is up, awesome people? And welcome back to Detective Pikachu! In the last episode, things got very real, very real, very quick, very intense, very dark, that last episode was so good. So if you didn't see that episode, make sure to go check it out, because now I'm in unknown territory. Oh, this is going to be very fun indeed. So the reason why we're at the main menu is because in the last episode, I actually ended the game at the end of the chapter. Because as I said, now it's like very unknown territory, because this is now outside of the demo that I played before the Detective Pikachu was actually released. So we're up to chapter 4 at Cappucci Island. So without further ado, let's jump into the story and find out what goes on here. Because apparently a lot of people have been telling me that the game gets even darker than last episode, so this is gonna be fun. We waited to hear from Inspector Holiday for a few days after Carlos was arrested, so yes, we did put someone behind bars in the last episode.
I wonder how the interrogation is going.
Good question. But they say no news is good news, so may as well chill out.
Okay.
You really worry too much. Lighten up. We came out here to clear our heads. Now you're starting to stress me out. Just look at all these bird Pokemon. Their heads are filled with nothing. What are you doing? I wasn't talking about you. Ow, Fletchling! You have a temper almost as bad as Amanda's.
Pikachu, there's something in its mouth. Let's see.
What is it?
It looks like it could be a letter. Thank you. From Mr. Baker. There's news he needs to discuss with us.
It's about time. Let's get back to the office. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you around. Me and my breadcrumbs have got somewhere to be. Hey! Get off! Hey, I've got to go, alright? No more bread for you today. Stop it!
Typical P-Dove and pigeon-like behaviour.
Selgor!
Oh, well, hello there, Axie. I forgot. You love these donuts, don't you? Here you go. Enjoy.
Excel! Come on, hurry up!
My legs are shorter than yours, you know.
Mr. Baker, Inspector Holiday.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. We just finished with our interrogation of Carlos and wanted to fill you in. I know you're both anxious to hear.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, we'll be one step closer.
That's right, so let's listen up.
Okay, that intro was actually quite full of personality. I mean, when people said this game was going to get dark, I just assumed it was just going to be bang straight off the bat, like really dark. The fact we're dealing with an interrogation here of a criminal who made it blatantly clear that his intentions were very sinister. So that's cool to see. I mean, at least there's a little bit of light here and a bit of dark there to balance out all the tense stuff and all that. And as I said, the last episode did end very tensely, and this made me think about it for quite some time, even after recording, because of how suspenseful and just how impactful it was as well. So that's a thing. So at least this game knows how to kind of put up a climax and an anti-climax it afterwards. So I do give it props for that. Anyways, let's find out about the interrogation. Also, a little side note there. Haven't seen Excelga for a very long time. Nice to see he's very familiar with Mr. Holiday. And we did learn, like, in the first or second episode as well, that Excelga is kind of iffy around people. So that means, like, the relationship between Excelga and Mr. Holiday must be a very stable one, too. So I gotta throw that in there as, like, little extra bits.
Yes?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Tim. I can give you a full breakdown of what we've got from Carlos during his interrogation. Thank you very much. Alright, so what have we got? As it turns out, Carlos wasn't the only one responsible for the PCL case. Apparently he was working for someone else. Dun, dun, dun. And this person was giving him orders on what to do. Huh? It seems that Carlos was willing to do as he was told in exchange for funding to use on his R research. Oh yeah, Project R. There's still questions about what that Project R is. Is it like an airborne thingamajiggy that sends Pokemon absolutely nuts? Or is it something that has to make contact with something, and then that particular thing has to make contact with the Pokemon to do something? There's a lot of mysteries behind Project R in this case, so that's interesting. So this mysterious person is the one who wanted Carlos to deal with me. And his dad, don't forget that one. That's right, seems like Harry's accident was also their doing. What? Even my dad's accident? But why? Whoa, major conspiracy going on here. So, mysterious figure. So this is actually going towards our case too. So, we're not just investigating individual cases, we are doing an overall investigation of Harry's accidents, which is why back in episode 1 we found out that Tim came to wherever, I've actually forgotten where we've come to do the type of investigation. It's kind of gone from like personal investigation to like big detective company investigation stuff, I guess. So he's no longer like the little guy, he's now like with a big team kind of helping him as well. So yeah, I forgot about that, that all our stuff was going towards that as well. Alright, so what about Harry's accident? Until now, the reason Harry drove off the cliff was written off as driver error. That doesn't surprise me, to be perfectly honest, with today's drivers. But according to Carlos, Harry was being attacked by this mysterious figure right before the accident. Why would they do such a thing? Carlos says it's because Harry knew too much. My guess is the case Harry was investigating had some connection with this mysterious person. Unfortunately though, I do drop some points for Detective Pikachu for the cliches that they use for detective stuff. We did see the underground basement behind like the, you know, you pull out certain books to reveal a secret entrance, and then ta-da, like the evil basement underground laboratory and all that came up. I was like, yep, that's cliched as anything for a detective story, so I do have to take away a little bit of points there. But I guess when it comes to mystery and thriller stories, you do kind of see those typical cliched points and overarching I guess motives behind characters and all that as to why they do things. So what about this mysterious person? Now, Carlos doesn't know who this person is. Communication was always via phone, and even the delivery of R was through proxies. They never met in person. Carlos had kept R in a secret from other people. A secret from other people in PCL. I still can't read. I need that Project R to maybe boost my reading and English in general, I think. How does this other person find out about it? Carlos was wondering about that too. Any chance that Carlos is lying, which is, yes, another potential there. So unless they hooked him up to a lie detector, I guess they just don't know. Well, I've been on the police force a long time and I've developed a good sense for that kind of thing. But it didn't seem like Carlos was lying. Again, there's some pretty good liars in real life. People are just born like this natural sense of being able to lie without the typical detections being able to be sensed. You know, like pupils dilating, body temperatures going up, sweating, just like fidgeties and all that. They can't look someone in the eye and say a lie. Just common things like that. People can do that very naturally and still be able to lie. Like, there's been like cases in the past where, you know, they've interviewed someone in regards to a case that they've been a suspect for and they are the actual murderer or something like that. You know, they've just looked them straight in the eye and told a fib, and have just, you know, when you have someone like Mr. Holiday who said they've been on the detective force for so long, they can sense that using typical methods I've already listed off. When you get people like that, those type of methods that Mr. Holiday is using do not work, which is where, like, even a lie detector even fails, because that looks at body temperature as well, like sweating, I think like increased brain activity as well, sometimes as well. I don't know the full mechanics behind lie detectors as well, but they usually go off like sweat and all that. It's very similar to like how anxiety measurers go off as well, which is kind of a new thing, so it's no surprise that they don't do correct readings as well. So this is interesting. Like, I can see, like, you know, going from like a more traditional sense of detective work, yes, Mr. Holiday could be correct, but then when you look behind at the psychology at certain things, what Mr. Holiday could be doing is going off as lazy detective work. Anyways, I'm bypassing again. I love doing that with this series. I just overanalyze things. This mysterious person clearly has their own information network. Carlos has already handed over his research notes, plus the base ingredients for R. Who knows what they're planning, but they've got some very dangerous tools now. Another question just popped up about R's ingredients. This is going to be interesting. This will determine like what type of chemical this is. I mean, I'm going to call it some type of like biological weapon of some sorts, because it can be used like very dangerously in the wrong hands. Like, we're obviously seeing like what it does on a very minute scale. What it did to Trevenant, what it did to Glalie, what it's done to Apom. Who else have we come across so far? Gengar was acting on its own free will, so we can't include that Pokemon. But, insert spoiler Pokemon from previous episode, if that's underneath the, influence of R, then that can be used for some biological warfare. That's some scary stuff. But that's, again, analyzing things again, I guess. One of the base ingredients for R is cells from a certain Pokemon. Yeah, insert spoiler Pokemon here. I think that's what the Pokemon is anyway. Even Carlos couldn't figure out which Pokemon, though. The police are doing their own research based off of Dr. Wallace. I think he's the original doctor from PCL, if I do recall correctly. Once we have something substantial, I'll let you know. Raw materials for R. So, we still don't know if it's an airball thing or if it's something that Pokemon have to come in contact with. So, again, this could be some scary stuff we're dealing with. I kind of wish, though, like, when it came to topics like this, it came into the actual Pokemon games. Or maybe not so much the anime, because that's a different audience. I mean, heck, if we went through a Pokemon game where there's, like, a villain organization, say Team Rocket or something like that, or even Team Plasma or Team Galactic or something like that. Maybe not Team Galactic, completely different motive there, but Team Rocket or even Team Plasma would be a very interesting one if they actually did that. An airborne contamination that took control of Pokemon or something like that. You know, they're supposed to be liberating Pokemon. If they actually did something like that to make Pokemon go crazy, whether it be a wild Pokemon or a captured Pokemon, if the Pokemon came in contact with, say, a contaminated berry or contaminated water source or something like that, you know, to send Pokemon berserk, that would somewhat, in a way, still liberate them, but at the same time, still give them the chance to take control and take over the world with said Pokemon that they've liberated, in quotation marks, of course. I don't know, again, that could be me over-analyzing things and just making up crazy stories with it. I don't know, it's just like really interesting to think about, actually. As I said, there's a lot of things in Detective Pikachu I wish they kind of brought into main games or just kind of expanded on, because there's just so much potential in an IP that's just completely fictional, and you've given so many, like, thoughts into a spin-off game, like, as I said, the DNA, if they could analyze that and then splice the illusion ability that Zora and Zoroark have, and they can apply to other things, there's just so much potential there, and I wish, as I said, they would expand on that and then create, like, all these typical, like, unique things with Pokemon, and then, you know, in some way incorporate them into the main games. That'd be so cool to see. What do you think about the investigation results, Mr. Baker? I certainly didn't expect you to be targeted by the same culprit that attacked Harry. Right, this mysterious figure who was behind Carlos and his activities. He or she must have felt threatened that you were looking into R, but then that makes me wonder, what did Harry find out? What did Harry find out? He must have made like a really big breakthrough, and just as he made that breakthrough, boom! Pop! Out of the picture he goes. That can happen very quickly. I'm going to laugh at some type of like governmental figure. I mean, it's normally the way that happens. I mean, you've seen big shows like Prison Break and all that, where it's just like, something happens and the more you investigate into it, the more that you find out some big companies behind it, that very quickly they'll act very fast to try and get rid of you. Like, your whole existence just gets wiped in 1 second with those guys. If it's something like that, then by God, that's going to be the most cliche thing for this story. But I really hope that's not the case, and it's something like we've already met. You know, like the Pokemon studios with like Amanda and all that recording. I'm going to laugh if Project R is actually behind them. That would be... oh, that'd be the plot twist of the century. I seriously hope it's not a governmental figure. I'd be very mad if it is, but if it's something like Amanda and all that behind it, you know, the guys doing the recording and follow around Tim, oh my dear God, that'd be the best plot twist ever in a Pokemon game. So you think this was because of R that my father was attacked? I think it's possible. Harry was going after Pokemon-related incidents that have been going had been occurring over the past 6 months. These Pokemon incidents, there are a lot of them in Rhyme City these days, aren't there? So something in Rhyme City, as I said, it could be a water source or anything, it could even be an airborne biological weapon that's affecting Pokemon. Because Tim just said then, there's a lot of incidents that have been happening in Rhyme City that have been related to Pokemon. So it's not to say that Project R is actually behind that, so that's another scary thought too. It could start off very small, and then the more that the Pokemon has been exposed to it, the more berserk that they go. Indeed, there's something that's been on my mind ever since I received your report on PCL. What do you mean? The fact that normally docile Pokemon suddenly became hostile and violent, it fits with the other Pokemon incidents too well. There we go, Project R could very well be improved, actually be involved in this. So you think R was used in other incidents too? That's right. I think that's the best explanation. Actually, that just proved my whole point about what I just said. That's interesting. I'm thinking the exact same thing the game's thinking at this point. So what about the mysterious figure? So the case that PCL and Harry's accident were related after all. I want to catch this person who was working with Carlos and find my father. My father? Wow, really can't speak English, damn. Of course, and I'll give you whatever help I can. Okay, so yeah, some pretty dark stuff just happening. As I said, we've gone from a very light-hearted topic to, yeah, just went very dark, and me just overanalyzing thing just probably didn't help it either. So the only truly responsible for the, sorry, let me repeat that again correctly. So the one truly responsible for the PCL case was also the one who attacked Harry. If we can catch this person, maybe we can find out where my dad is. But what can we do? They didn't leave any clues behind. I've got an idea. This person who has been causing incidents using R, right? So if we investigate R more, maybe we'll find out who they are and what they're up to. That makes sense. But how are we going to investigate R then? We're going to have to speak to the developer of R. Of course, the developer would know more about R than us, and any of us. Us simpletons, of course. That's right. You know who I'm talking about. Who is the developer of R? Oh my goodness gracious me. Of course, Emily and Dorothy are on that. Oh no, not Dorothy. She's from PCL. Of course Emily's on that bloody list. Of course. Didn't I say it could very well be Emily who's behind it? God, that'd be so funny if she is. Carlos Walls is the answer. I think it's going to be him. That's right. You've got a good memory. Walls is the one who first developed the formula for R, so he must know something. Yeah, let's see if we can find Walls.
Inspector, you know, we were thinking about tracking down Dr. Walls.
Oh, well, that would be a good start. In fact, we just found out where he's living. It seems that he moved to Cappucci Island.
Cappucci Island?
Yeah. I planned on telling you about that as soon as it was confirmed. You know, maybe you should go over there so you and Walls can have a chat.
You're sure?
Of course. I think we can trust you.
Awesome. Thank you, Inspector.
See what you can find out. One of my men, Brad McMaster, is on the island for another assignment. If anything comes up, he can help you.
Great. I'll head over right now.
Whoa, not so fast. To get to Cappucci Island, there's only one ferry a day.
Well, if that's the case, I know just the person to help out. I have a very bad feeling about this. Hey, Amanda.
Yes.
Here we go.
I can take you to the island if you'd like.
Huh?
Yeah, I have a license to drive a boat.
Really? Yes, please.
Don't worry, it'll be a smooth ride.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about that.
What did I do to deserve this?
Be rude, Pikachu.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Oh, seeing Amanda drive a boat and the way that Pikachu's reacting, this is gonna be hilarious. Ah, I can't wait to see this. I'm gonna talk to Fletching. I wonder if Excelga's gonna come down. I mean, I want to offer him a donut or something. Oh, how do you do it again? I don't think he comes down now. I think I've only seen him once and that's it. Anyways, I want to talk to Fletching if that lets me. If not, we'll speak straight to Amanda. There we go. Thanks for delivering the letter earlier. Fletch. Are you still mad? Oh, please, I bet it's forgotten everything I said. Fletch! Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I swear. I'm glad you have a good memory. But you shouldn't use it to hold grudges. It does. It remembers it damn well. Fletch? It says that it delivers letters for Amanda from time to time. Well, it definitely does a good job, thanks. Alright, that's all Fletching had to say, but still, that was hilarious.
What's up?
I hope you can find Harry soon, Tim. Thanks. If there's anything I can do, let me know, but please don't do anything rash, okay? Of course, sorry to make you worry. Amanda's the one who's always doing rash things. How many times does she think she's grabbed my ears? Oh wow, there's a lot of questions here. Alrighty, let's go through this and see what she gives us, because I think these have all changed since we've last spoken to her. He solved a lot of different cases together with Pikachu. Well, he's my partner after all. I bet he must be a great detective too. That's right, because Pikachu can't remember much about Harry or anything at all prior to, like, a certain moment in time. I actually forgotten. I think he can't remember the accident at all and anything before that, so there's theories there, but I don't want to dive into them too much because they sound very far-fetched at this point. The boss trusted Harry completely true. I think we have seen a lot of these. I'll just go through them anyways. The boss is very calm and caring, and our clients all respect and trust him. That explains why this office is so pleasant. Holiday? He's a friend of our boss's. They met at the police academy apparently. It's so cool, they're still good friends. Yes, Inspector Holiday drops by often. And boat driving, this is gonna be so interesting to see. Do you go for boat rides often? Only sometimes. I really enjoy the feeling of speed. Oh, yes, this is gonna be so awesome. Uh-oh, I think my bad hunch might be coming true. Oh, yes, I cannot wait to see Pikachu's reaction to this. Tim, I'll get the boat ready. Do you think you could wait for me at the cafe? Sure. So we really are going with Amanda, huh? Oh, well, come on, let's go. Oh, Pikachu's so defeated by this.
Anyone but Amanda.
Stop being so dramatic. It was really nice of her to offer.
Easy for you to say, because you don't know what you're getting into. At least someone's happy today. What's with Ludicolo?
Yeah, I don't know. Seems happier than usual, right?
The Pokemon Carnival? What is that?
A carnival?
Whoa, that was a good guess. Yeah, the Pokemon Carnival. Ludicolo and I are really pumped.
So, what is it?
Ah, I thought you knew about it. Well, the Pokemon Carnival is the biggest festival in Rhyme City. People and Pokemon from all over the world come to it, and things can really heat up. The parade at the end is the best part. Here, we'll give you a little preview.
I sense foreshadowing.
Somehow that performance doesn't quite sell it for me.
I sense a lot of foreshadowing there. Something's gonna go down at that Pokemon Carnival and it's gonna be massive. I got a feeling that could be like the major climax of where Project R could potentially be unleashed. So whoever's behind Project R, that's gonna be a big target for him. Wow, that foreshadowing is real. Hello, do you need something from me? It's a very lively festival, I can't wait. Oh wow, I forgot she's a one sentence wonder. I hear it's warm the whole year round. So it's gonna be like a typical island, kinda like the Hawaii Islands I reckon. Gonna be hot, humid, and always sunny side up. Pablo's coffee is the best in Rhyme City. Okay, one sentence wonder, you've done your job. Amanda should be coming soon, we should head out. Yes, we should. And so we went out to Cappucci Island to ask Wolves about R. Cappucci Island, I think it was? I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong.
Doesn't this feel fantastic? This boat has 400 horsepower, you know?
I can feel that!
This is what I was worried about. Come on, Tim. Can't you tell her to slow it down? Pika!
You know what, Amanda? Maybe you could slow this down a little bit?
What do you mean? You want to get to the island quickly, don't you? Not a problem.
Oh, that was gold.
such a lovely place.
I think I just need to feel solid ground. Pikachu, how are you doing?
Actually, I'm not doing so hot.
Oh, seasickness sucks. Oh, God. I knew she was going to be fast, but I didn't think she was going to be that fast. Hot diggity damn, seasickness apparently sucks balls. I've never had it personally, but it's like the worst feeling in the world. Like, you have it, and even when you're on solid ground, you're still dizzy, and you just like, you prefer to drown over suffering from seasickness. That's how bad it is for some people. Oh, God. Oh. She's not the best driver in the world, I must say. You two seem a bit dizzy. Is everything okay? We'll survive. Come on, Tim. Well, we'll be on our way, Amanda. Sure thing. Once I've reached the boss to let him know we've got here safely, I'll help look for Mr. Walls. Find Walls home. Okay, so after like 25 minutes, we're finally in the episode. But yeah, that was so worth all that time.
Now, let's go find Wall's home and gather testimony in town.
So we need to find Wall's home as well as some testimonies behind, you know, Walls in general, if there's anything suspicious in the area, any like berserk Pokemon, or any of those type of natures, I'm assuming. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, and my 3DS is lagging super hard at the moment. Fletch! Fletch! You're right, the area here is really clean. So it must not be airborne if something is going on here. So if it is the base, secret base of location or production of R or whatever, it's not here. If it is airborne anyways, the air's too clean. If there was something going on, it must either be undetectable. Then again, it's fletching. If something was in the air that was airborne affecting Pokemon, it should have affected fletching. So that's confirmed. It's either not happening here or it's not airborne. Are we going to be able to find it by ourselves? Oh, I'm sure we'll figure it out. So the last one is about Amanda's driving skills. Fletch! You like the thrill? I swear I don't understand you two. I mean, I like thrill, but if you're prone to seasickness, that's not a good thing.
What is it?
Once I've contacted the boss, I'll give you a hand, okay? So what about the island? This is my first time here too, actually. It's a very beautiful island, isn't it? And what about Wall's home? I checked everywhere I could think of to see if we had some information on where he lives, but I couldn't find anything, so this is the first time for everything. It sounds like he took the most heat for the explosion incident at PCL. It doesn't surprise me that he wouldn't want to be found. Oh, that's right, because the explosion that PCL that we went through in the last episode was actually linked to him.
I still feel nauseous. Huh? Come on, let's go.
What? Pikachu, hold on a minute.
That was quick.
You've helped a lot. Thank you so much.
Something smells like flowers.
Hi there. Do you like the perfume?
I'm so sorry. Stop, Pikachu.
It's all right. Spritzy makes my perfume.
Spritzy!
Spritz! And the scent really is one of a kind. So, are you here as a tourist?
No, I'm looking for someone. His name is Dr. Walls. Do you know him?
I sure do. Dr. Wall's home happens to be right down this path.
Thank you so much.
Just let me know if there's anything else you need. My name is Louise.
That was way too easy. For someone who's supposed to be under hiding, I didn't think it was going to be that easy. Like, we literally just walked up, due to Pikachu's little tinkly spidey sense for women,
Good girl.
and then we got given our answer. That's... No. It can't be that easy. Nah, there's got to be something fishy behind this. I smell something suspicious. But yeah, let's have a look at Spritzy. It smells like a flower garden. Spritzy! Oh, your scent changes depending on what you eat? That's pretty interesting. So if it smells like flowers, it means Spritzy's eating flowers. Okay, that's an interesting one. Although, I shouldn't be the one to talk. I do eat hiatus flowers myself, so... Yeah, I should smell like a flower garden than if I was a Spritzy. Spritz! It's a great island with lots of flowers and berries, huh? And about Walls. Spritz! You don't like him very much? I didn't realize Spritzy had a temperamental side. Okay, so Spritzy has... I just thought for a second, this music actually sounds like a type of Yoshi Island type of style of music. That's cool. Very folky, beach-like music. Nice. What about this map? Can we get anything out of that? Oh, if it lets me, of course. Come on. Come on, like 1 second. It's a guide to I can't pronounce this island. Cappucci Island. Huh? The island is bigger than I thought. Okay, so nothing there for us. I thought we might get like a guide from it.
Yes?
What can I do for you? So what about Cappucci Island? I know I'm not a resident here, but I still think it's a wonderful island. Are you here for work then? Yes, I'm just scooping out the area in preparation for our resort development. It's only in the planning phase, but I'm confident we'll be able to pull it off. Now, here's a thought, like food for thought. What if this resort development is similar to PCL? Like hidden underneath the resort for Dr. Walls could be a secret laboratory for R. Like if they were trying to like ship ingredients to him and all that and products from Carlos to Walls, if that's the mysterious person, wouldn't it be just, I don't know, fitting to put a secret laboratory underneath the resort? That'd be why I feel something's like suspicious here. I don't know, it's just weird that as soon as we came here, she knew exactly where Walls was. Whereas if, you know, as I said, if Walls was trying to be undercover and hiding on all that, you know, wouldn't he want to just completely, you know, hide his tracks and everything like that? But no, he's completely upfront with her and friendly with her, obviously to this point. It would just make sense that, you know, something fishy and suspicious must be going on there. So I smell a fish, and it's not the fish in the ocean. Oh, Wall's home is farther along this, farther along this path. Just go straight and you'll find it. Thank you very much. Yeah, as I said, that's suspicious alone, just being able to find it that easy. Hey there, doing some sightseeing? If you need any baggage carried, leave it to Timber Transport. So what about Timber Transport? Let's find out more about this. What is Timber Transport? Oh, we're the delivery service of this island. We get packages by boat and then deliver them to where they need to go. I see. Does that include something like sea containers and all that, or anything suspicious? You know, Project R ingredients could very well be hidden in those packages. Ah, that's interesting. See, I could be analyzing this again. Well, normally we work as carpenters, but since this island is kind of isolated and hard to get around on, I figured this is another way my team and I could help out. See, that's another point. It's hard to get to. That would make a perfect, like, secret place for Project R to be done. Obviously, like, you've got a resort, it looks innocent looking, but again, underneath, yeah, boom, you got your Project R. But again, as I said, I could be overanalyzing it. My imagination could be going crazy here. To get around on, I figured this is another way. I've already read that. Timber Transport. This is the first time I've been to Cappucci Island, but it's a very beautiful place. Isn't it? It's warm year-round, and the food is also delicious. A great place to have a vacation. Ah, I see you're here to visit Mr. Walls. Is there a problem? Oh, no, not really. It's just he can be a bit stubborn sometimes. I try to keep him in a good mood if I were you. Well, that definitely doesn't help the case either. And about Louise. Louise is in the development team leader for Resort Company. Wow, she is pretty important. That was great input. What about this? It says it's the bulletin board for Timber Transport. It has records of collected packages, work reports, and so on. Nothing of interest there, I guess, if that wasn't pointed out. Yep, not yet anyways. It could be. So it can carry limber effortlessly. Oh, timber. Don't see them every day. I don't think I've ever seen one in Rhyme City. What's that square log they're holding? Brr. It says let me try that again. It says that when it's off work, it trains itself using the square log. It must be a really strong Pokemon then. Brr. I gotta put more of a brr into it by the sounds of it. Brr. There's a good area to train in, huh? Maybe I should train that so that I can use Thunderbolt. Yeah, that might be a good idea, Pikachu, if you can even use it. Bit weird for a Pikachu not to use Thunderbolt, to be perfectly honest, or even Quick Attack. I mean, he can barely walk on 2 legs as it is, so I don't see you ever using Quick Attack or Agility. What about Walls? You don't know, huh? Seems like Walls doesn't interact much with others here, yet he's interacting with Spritzy, Louise, and what's his face back there? I heard that things got pretty crazy after the PCL explosion. Maybe he's just trying to avoid being noticed, yet he's made contact with people. Not a good point, especially when they walk up and go, hey, do you know where Wolves is? Oh, sure, it's just straight down the road. That's not a way to be noticed. That's avoid being noticed, that's for sure. Brrr. Its dream is to be able to carry even bigger square logs, and to a point where it can carry girders and everything, like Girder and Conkeldurr. That's cool. Alright everyone, time to get back to work. Timber! Oh, I only got to talk to one. Maybe the other one said the exact same thing. Anything else I can examine? There's a monument of some kind. It got some kind of design carved into it. It definitely looks old anyway. Look around it though, it's kept very clean. It must be something very important to the island people. Can I talk to this timber? Okay, we just talked to it. What about the second timber? Alright, this one's got different dialogue, obviously. Brrr. It says the wood from this island is really sturdy and perfect for building houses. So that they help with building houses too. That's impressive. Brrr. Oh, you don't know, don't worry about it. It's all cool. And what about its square log? Oh, so as you grow older, you switch to larger logs, huh? They really do like training, don't they? See, I love learning more about like Pokemon and how they think and react to certain things. Like, for example, Timber. I guess they don't really know, like, they evolve into a big, strong Pokemon. Like, its dream is to carry even bigger logs. So if they were self-conscious of their evolution, then he would be aiming towards being able to carry big iron bars, I guess. That's interesting. Or is it just a Timber in this case? Maybe they don't want to evolve, and that's why they just dream of carrying bigger logs. I always wondered about that. This is a very nice island. I hope you have a relaxing time here. It's a peaceful, calm little island, although strange things have started happening ever since the lake started getting heavy fog. Ooh, so something has... I wonder if that's because it's waterbound. Because I did bring that up in the previous episode, and I've already mentioned it in this episode. What if Project R was transported via water? Meaning if a Pokemon makes contact with it via drinking a water source, as per se, like the Glalie in the caves, for example, or even like, you know, drain water, sewage water, or any water of that sort in Rhyme City, the Apom goes savage. Trevenant, there was a water source there as well, it was a water tank. If that was polluted in some way or contaminated with Project R, and it took a drink out of that, it makes sense why it goes berserk. So if the lake is contaminated as well, and Pokemon take a drink out of said lake, they could be infected by Project R as well. So far we don't know too much about the island. So we don't know if there are any wild Pokemon on said island to be infected by. So if there is no wild Pokemon here, which I would presume there is, it'd be like bird Pokemon and all that coming in to migrate, water Pokemon as well, like Marils and Azumarils as you can see there. They could be getting infected by Project R and we don't know about it. So that particular lake could very well be used as a, I guess, testing grounds. You know, there's no civilization around, and plus it'd be perfect for Dr. Walls to see, you know, how Pokemon react to it without any consequence. Unless, of course, you know, residential expands out and all that, so who knows. There was a comment earlier saying it's quite hard to, like, get around on foot or whatever it is on this island. So as I said, it could be a perfect testing ground with zero consequences and still see like results and all that perfectly fine. So what about Wolves? I'm sorry, but I've never really spoken much to Dr. Wolves. Oh, sorry, Mr. Wolves. It seems like Wolves doesn't really interact with the other townspeople. Yeah, for good reasons probably. And what about Azumarill? I found this poor Pokemon collapsed on... Ah! on the ground covered in wounds. I think it's one of the Pokemon that lived at the lake. But suddenly, didn't that just back up what I just said? My whacked out over analysis just suddenly became a possible reality. How scary is that? Or other than that, this game is quite predictable in its bloody, you know, conflicts and all that. I'm like, oh, you know, this is just a whacked up story I'm gonna tell. No, the game backs me up on this one. God damn it! Good job, game. I don't think the audience wants any more over analysis from me, but you're gonna make me do it anyways. So, Azumarill could have been affected by Project R. We've seen what happened to Apom, we've seen what happened to Glalie, we've seen what happens to Trevenant with the aftermath of Project R. They get collapsed, they get wounded, when they go berserk, they fight other Pokemon, of course, anything along those lines. Boom, collapses, gets picked up by local resident. Boom, 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 boom. This could very well be like, oh, god damn it, I really hope that isn't true now. Oh, it was like perfect theory, now I don't want it to be true because I came up with it before I even read into it. God damn it! Game, why are you so predictable? Has a lovely bubble pattern. What did I say to begin with? Thanks, dyslexia. And Meryl, you were wounded at the lake, but the people rescued you, huh? That's good to hear. What about Dr. Walls? Ew. You don't really know the people in town? Oh, never mind then. It probably, well, if it's a wild Pokemon that got rescued, it probably doesn't anyways. But remember, after Project R, the aftermath as well is amnesia. They can't remember what happened. You know, Glalie didn't remember what happened in the process of being berserk. Apom probably doesn't remember what happened when it went berserk. Trevenant definitely didn't. It just woke up confused and was like, what happened to my garden? It's destroyed. So yeah, that could be another, like, reason why it doesn't remember. Or as I said as well, if Dr. Walls is just examining from afar to see the results of his test, he may not have ever interacted with a Azumarill. Something I could do for you? It's a beautiful island, just full of nature. I was born and raised here, you know. And what about Dr. Walls? He used to take walks around the lake all the time, but I haven't seen him since the fog came in. The fog? Interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I don't like the fact that my theory is coming into fruition as like a possibility of like why things are going insane. Ducklet ducked out. I think we got another victim here.
Something's wrong with that Pokemon.
No, I think it's injured.
Hey, are you alright?
We need to get it some help.
Hey, what are you doing?
What?
Get away from Ducklet!
Milo Green, aspiring Pokemon Ranger.
Aw, you poor thing. This could sting just a little.
That potion.
There you go. All better. Another one injured. That's really weird.
You saved it. I guess you live on this island? I'm Tim, and this is...
Pikachu. Nice to meet you.
Hey, my name's Milo.
I'm so glad you were here to help.
Well, that's a Pokemon Ranger's job, you know.
Really? What's that?
You don't know? Pokemon Rangers help Pokemon, and we protect nature.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, but I'm just an apprentice for now.
An apprentice?
So, Milo, we're looking for a man named Dr. Walls.
Why are you looking for him? Don't tell me you're with those other guys, are you?
What other guys?
Oh, never mind that. I'll take you to him. This way.
The plot gets thicker and thicker, and I hate to be that person, but a potential Pokemon Ranger game coming down the track? That'd be awesome, actually. Pokemon Ranger was an awesome series. Neat! Alright, so, yeah, the plot thickens. There's some other guys who are potentially connected to Dr. Walls. Okay. Don't think I've seen you before. Where are you from? Only thing this place has got going for it is the ocean. If you came out here from the city expecting an adventure, you might be disappointed. Yeah, I've been to a place, actually I lived in a place like that. It's all beautiful looking, but there's not much to do. Like adventure-wise and all that, you can go mountain biking, BMXing and all that. But yeah, there's not really much to do. What about Walls? I've heard he's the main reason why the plans to build a resort here aren't moving forward. We should stay out the way. Okay, that's interesting. I would have presumed he was like all get-go for the resort, so we can like sneak a little thing underneath it, or like interfere in some way and be like, hey, can you put a little thing here so like that for me if you can build the resort? Okay, that goes that theory, of course. I'm glad they kind of shut down one of my theories. Seems like Walls isn't too popular among some of the town's residents. Okay, let's move on. Gotta follow Marlo, I think.
What's up?
Walls' home is just ahead. Ask him a few questions too. Cappucci Island has a lot of Pokemon that you'd never see in Rhyme City. Walls said it's really fascinating. I'm looking forward to what Pokemon we'll be able to meet. Are you friendly with Walls, Milo? Yeah, he's teach me all about Pokemon. Walls is a prominent figure in Pokemon research after all. There are some people who say bad things about him, but I know he means well. And what about Ducklet? Seems like Ducklet is doing a lot better. Yeah, what a relief. It's all thanks to this potion Walls made for me. Ah. My memory's foggy in regards to that, but didn't he say that Project R was meant to, like, focus on rapid healing and all that? It was like the one-all be-all medicine that healed a Pokemon quickly, increased its stamina and all that, but then went rapid and completely went 180 and made Pokemon go berserk instead. Like, it went out of control. Ah. Jesus. Okay, this is gonna be a rough one. Oh, God. Yep, this is... I can see this going dark very quickly. Do you always carry a potion with you? Yeah, ever since the fog started coming in from the lake, I've noticed more and more injured Pokemon, so I carry it around with me. I see, it must be worrisome. Yep, this island is linked to Project R. Dr. Walls is linked to Project R. He's still working on Project R. Oh, God, I see where this is going. Alright, forward we go. Can we go off the No, we can't go off the beaten path, but I say this might go off somewhere, like towards the lake or something. And we've got lots of flowers here. And a cutscene.
This is where Dr. Walls lives. Oh, maybe he has a guest. Dr. Walls!
Stock and loyal. I like that Manectric, it's cool looking.
That's an impressive Pokemon.
Yeah. Hey, you look strong.
Oh!
What's wrong with you?
Pikachu, let's get going.
I want to talk to Manectric. Ah, I've always liked Manectric actually, ever since I saw it in 3rd gen. Like, it would have been behind Poochyena and Mightyena as some of my 3rd gen favorites.
Excuse me. What?
Stop pulling so hard. You're hurting me.
Let go of Dr. Walls!
It's all right. Calm down. I'm a police officer's son, and this man has done something very wrong.
That must be him. That's Holiday's man.
Brad McMaster. Whoa, that explains the Manectric.
Move aside.
I won't! He didn't do anything wrong!
I am very sorry. I'm afraid he has you fooled. I have testimony from a reliable source that this man is often seen at the lake. Not to mention he has a previous record. Therefore, he's got to be the culprit.
You're wrong! Dr. Walls is...
Milo, please, no more. I don't want you to worry about me.
See that? Practically a confession.
Tell him! It's not true!
Excuse me, sir. You can't say he's guilty based on that.
What? I'd appreciate amateurs staying out of this.
I'm not an amateur. Officer, I'm a detective.
Right on.
A detective? Well, now that's a different story. Then I insist that you stay out of official police business.
So, forcing your opinion on someone without evidence is police business?
Stay out of it.
If I find proof that he isn't the culprit, will you change your mind?
You can do as you please, but I'm taking Walls with me on the next ferry off of this island.
What's with this attitude? Lighten up.
Okay, that's interesting.
Before we can get any information out of Walls, we need to solve this case.
Okay, that's interesting. The game's now done a 180 on me. To what made me think that Walls was the culprit, now the game's telling me no, he's not. But I don't take misdirection very well. If this game is trying to misdirect me in a way to make me think that Walls is innocent, well, think again, game. I still think he's not innocent. I'm on, what's-his-face's side McMaster. I can't remember his name. Alright, so now I'm gonna actually go through and find some evidence to say that he's not the culprit. I say not the culprit in quotations. I still find it very suspicious indeed. Well, now it seems like the rookie is getting a hang of how we do things. Let's go talk to Brad about the first case. Brad, could you tell us more about the case Walls is involved in? I suppose it can't help. I gotta put on like this real posh British accent. He sounds like a Brit. I'm so sorry if you are a British person that you don't take offense to that one. I mean, just keep in mind Australians are technically mutated British as well. I suppose it can't help. You do know about the fog situation, don't you? The fog situation. The fog situation? From about a week ago, a heavy fog has covered the lake and surrounding area. This has never happened before, apparently. I seem to recall Milo mentioning that too. Around the same time, the Pokemon from the lake started fleeing to the town, all wounded in the same way or another. Don't tell me you think Walls is responsible for all of that. Of course I do. Even gathering information that Walls is capturing Pokemon of the lake and conducting strange experiments on them. That's not true. I think I'll go see for myself what's going on at the lake. Do whatever you want. Although, I should warn you, the bridge to the lake has collapsed. The broken bridge. What? Well, best of luck to you, anyway. Investigate the fog situation is our new case.
First off, we need to get to the lake. The bridge may be broken, but I'll bet you there's another way.
We need to get to the lake in order to investigate the fog situation. How can we get there without using a bridge? Oh, there's multiple ways. Has the anime has taught us anything? Use a log, use a Pokemon, use Bulbasaur's Vine Whip. There's multiple ways of getting there, so what can we investigate? I didn't mean to go out the door. I was meant to talk to Brad. I mean, we could always talk to Manectric, I guess. Mac! What? You're still mad? Man, you really can't take a joke, can you? Mac! What? Stay out of Brad's way? We should be telling him to stay out of ours. Stop fighting already. We need to start our investigation. Mac! Mac! It's saying Walls is definitely the bad guy, and there's no way he's going to escape. There's still nothing to prove that Walls is the culprit. Maybe we can find some proof that he's innocent. Manectric will trust us. I doubt that's gonna happen, considering how low Manectric is. Alright, now let's talk to Brad. He's out the way of the door, at least. My name is Brad. Oh, sorry. My name is Brad McMaster. I am a lieutenant in Rhyme City Police Department. What an unpleasant guy. Is he really one of Holiday's men? About a week ago, some sort of fog started occurring around the lake. Since then, people have been finding wounded Pokemon around town. The bridge to the lake is destroyed, so there's no way to investigate that area. This must be Walls' doing to impede our investigation. And his involvement? And I'm willing to bet that Walls is the cause of the wounded Pokemon too. He must be doing some sort of strange research. You can't just make all that up. Walls caused a huge problem at PCL 10 years ago. I think it's natural to consider him our prime suspect. Okay, Milo, what have you got to say about this? Walls can't be the culprit. What Brad's saying isn't true. Walls can't be the culprit. He cares more than anyone about the wounded Pokemon. Milo, I've got to prove to everyone that Walls isn't guilty. It must have been broken when the wounded Pokemon escaped from the lake. Is there any other way to get to the lake? Well, seems like he knows something, but maybe he doesn't want to say anything around Brad. Let's head outside. Yeah. Ooh, so there is another way in. There's no need for you to try and protect me. I'm not the culprit. The reason I've been going to the lake is to gather ingredients for potions. Did you explain that to Brad? And what good would that do? People only believe what they want to believe. If only the mist would clear, we could ask to have the bridge fixed. But there's little we can do if we want to know the cause. Okay, I kind of feel like the timber transport could be Oh, okay, I can't go through that. I feel that's going to be like a future thing, maybe. Alright, outside we go. Because apparently Milo does know a way in there, but he can't say it because Brad's going to find out, obviously. Oh, okay, we need D4. Oh, look at that Tropius! I want that Tropius! Oh, that looks so cool! What a beast! Please! This is a Pokemon, right? It looks like a tree. It's not a Sudowoodo, Tim. You're a little bit off on that one. It says it can fly with the leaves on its back. How interesting. Huh? You're giving us the fruit on your neck? Phew. Wow, that smells good. I could eat a whole bucket of these. I love bananas. I'd love to eat the banana on Tropius's neck. Apparently it's really sweet and delicious.
Tim, look! Look what it just gave me! This is delicious!
Oh!
Tim! Water!
Savage! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That misdirection was awesome. Was not expecting that whatsoever. What about the Netric? Hey Tim, there's a bridge over here. I think Brad said it collapsed, but maybe we should have a look. Does it interact with Netric? Ah, it was just like a little spark that was enough to put Pikachu off his guard. Yeah, the fog is making things so damp. My perfect fur is all soggy now. And I think we've already asked about Louise, but just in case. Spritzy, Spritzy! Proud that Louise is your partner, huh? Yeah, I can imagine. Unless she's the bloody person behind it. As I said, if Walls is not the culprit and I'm overthinking things, it could be Louise. As I said, misdirection's always the best outcome for like a great plot twist and all that. Make it someone you don't expect. Oh, there's Louise. Man, she smells good. What brings you here? Oh, I saw the police and just got a bit worried. Oh, I see. I didn't realize there was so much going on at the lake. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this whole incident, would you? No, not really. I don't think I've been much help. I was off the island for a bit because of work. I see. They said the bridge to the lake has collapsed. Better to stay away from now, I think. So Brad was right about one thing. I want that Tropius. So there's nothing to say about the statue. And Tropius has already answered about the fog. Alright, what about the police officer? Because he's a new dude on the scene. What can I do for you? Walls is suspected for being the perpetrator of the fog mystery. Lieutenant Brad seems to be intent on finding proof before the boat leaves. That means we can't dilly-dally. The bridge ahead has collapsed. The area is unsafe, so it would be best for you to stay away. The lieutenant is very dedicated to his work. He works passionately to bring peace to Rhyme City. Well, I guess he's not a bad guy yet. But then again, he could be very dedicated to his job, so I guess that's just a persona that comes with the job. Could be a nice... What is that? What was that? What is that? Is that a Haunter or Ghastly? It's something in the fog. It's gone. What? There it is. What is that? That's creepy. Is that Gengar? It's gonna be a ghost type. Like, it has to be a ghost type. What other Pokemon would hide around in the fog? That's creepy. I know, you're the detective that solved the PCL case, right? Oh, you're quite the celebrity now. Hey, don't make fun of me. I was thinking this was a boring island, but if you're here, maybe something interesting will happen. So, detective, do you think Walls is the culprit? No, there's no evidence, so I can't say. You're cautious, aren't you? I can't go against Lieutenant Brad's orders, but if there's anything I can help with, let me know. He's a good officer then. The bridge is falling down, we can't be crossed. Wait until the fog clears. Boring. He's not a bad person, but he's not very flexible in his thinking. He might find it hard to get promotions being like that. I see. Oops, don't tell anyone I said that, okay? The lieutenant can hold a grudge. Am I the only one who thinks this guy's probably won't get promoted anytime soon either? Oh, it's just... Yeah, we're not getting any further, but what is those eyes? Either that's a bad Pokemon or it's the Pokemon that's going to get us across this bridge. Hey Tim, did you see something over there? Huh? No, the fog's too thick. I can hardly see anything. I could have sworn someone was watching us. Maybe I'm just imagining things. There definitely is something there. That's creepy. The bridge is broken. It seems like it's going to stay that way for a while. I guess we don't have a choice. Let's head back to town and ask around to see if there's any other way to the lake. In the meantime, let's ponder over those eyes. I still reckon it's going to be a ghost type or something that's going to help us across the water. Tim, wait up. What's up, Milo? Actually, there is a way you can get to the lake. Really? I heard about it when I was a kid. There is a secret path that leads to the lake somewhere on this island. It wouldn't happen to that little deadbeat path to the left there, would it? I see. I hope we can find some hint as to where it is. Apparently, it always took something with them when they went through the secret path. Maybe a hint is hidden in there. Something? Huh? For the time being, let's ask people who seem like they know a lot about the island. I agree. Thanks, Marlo. I still reckon it's gonna be this path here. I mean, it's... Come on, it's there to be used. I mean, it looks walkable. It's probably that path, isn't it? Oh well, let's see. Let's get some testimonies from people who actually know this island. So let's talk to... Hey, he didn't sound like... What about that woman? She lived and grew up here. So it has to be, like, a good place for her to start. What's wrong? Nobody really knows why the lake has been suddenly covered by thick fog. It's not like the weather's been bad or anything, so what could be the cause? Sounds like something strange is happening at the lake. We better check it out. A secret path? I feel like I've heard that mentioned before. I'm sorry, I don't think it'll come back to me anytime soon. God damn it! Ah! Okay, let's go talk to this dude. I think he lived here as well. What do you want to know? I've been hearing strange rumors ever since the fog started coming in around the lake. What kind of rumors? Something about a monster with huge eyes appearing. We've seen that. All I'm saying is, watch yourself if you plan on heading up to the lake. Which is why bringing a certain something to the lake is needed, I guess. As a sacrifice, or a sacrificial item to feed it to make it happy. The secret path? I know I've heard that somewhere. But what was it about? Ah, these old folk. Typical old folk. Got something you want to ask me? I do know there's been thick fog covering the area since about a week ago. Then again, the only people who went up there were the old folks anyway, who can't remember the secret path. I guess the younger townspeople don't really have a reason to go to the lake, huh? A secret path? Huh? Can't say I've heard of it. Yeah, of course. Well, that's that. Let's ask the others. My usual suspects didn't have anything, so where do we go next? Maybe the Pokemon, maybe? Metal? Real? You were attacked by something at the lake. If you don't remember, that's fine. Sorry to remind you of a scary thing. Don't worry, we'll get the one responsible for this. Real? No, I don't think it's underwater. Oh wait, I don't think it's underwater. Humans can't really stay underwater that long. Alright, so maybe there is one underneath water, but, you know, unless we get some type of diving equipment, we're not reaching that. It's kind of at this point you gotta talk to everyone regardless, so even if it is someone you don't think is gonna know the answer, they potentially will know the answer. Or lead us to something that will give us the answer. I guess it would be difficult to fix the bridge while the fog is still so heavy. Yeah, probably a bad idea. The fog's so thick we probably wouldn't be able to see what we're doing. I guess the secret path or whatever is our only hope of getting to the lake. Oh, I remember going through that path as a kid. Oh, I didn't realize he lived on this island. Maybe I missed that part. We used to have a lake festival here back in the day. We'd all go to the lake through the secret path to participate. This was the way before we built a bridge, of course. This is way before KrimZen knew how to speak English properly. Oh, I see. The festival at the lake. So there is a secret path. When the day of the festival came around, the grown-ups would pass out scrolls to all the kids. Those scrolls would have riddles on them. That would help them get through the path. You wouldn't happen to have one of these scrolls, would you? No, sorry, this is one way back when I was a kid, but the old man who used to hand out the scrolls might still have some laying around. Then again, he might not even remember any of this. A scroll, huh? Well, it's the only lead we've got, so let's go ask the man in town. Oh wait, let's ask about the scrolls. Can't say I remember what the scrolls said. I do remember what we had to solve, some sort of riddle to get through the secret path, though. The old man in town should know more about this. Alright, let's check it out, Tim. Old man it is. I was correct that the old man would know something, but I had to activate something else to do that. Alright, about the scroll. The chief of Timber Transport told us you might have a scroll that had information about the secret path. The scrolls, of course! Now I remember. I used to hand them out to the children when they were about to have... Please bear with me while I reboot my English program. We were about to have our lake festival. They were so excited, they would always call the old road to the lake the secret path. We're also trying to get to the lake. Do you think you could let us see the scroll? You're a bit old, but you want to take on our little trial? Well, of course. I'm so happy you're interested in our culture. Wait one moment, let me go get the scroll for you. Nice, we're doing like an island trial now. This is the scroll I was talking about. Go on, take it with you. Thank you so much. So what's the scroll say? Thank you very much for giving us the scroll. Oh, don't mention it. Our island festival is an important part of our culture here. You young folks should learn all about our little island. Alright, got the scroll. Let's have a look-sees. These are the 3 pictures and then some sort of instruction written on it. Is this the clue to the secret path? That looks like... That's interesting, it's moon phases. I imagine so. But first we need to actually find the secret path. Oh, sorry, forgot about that bit. Listen closely now. The 2 scales will guide you to the secret path. Remember that. The 2 scales? What do you mean? If I told you that, it wouldn't be a challenge now, would it? Finding the path is the first step. Well, good luck out there. I guess we don't have a choice. We'll have to figure out what the 2 scales means and find the path ourselves. Ah, well, I know someone to talk to about that. That secret path the old man mentioned has to be on this island somewhere. Let me know if you find anything that might be a clue. Let's give it a try. Say something to me. What? Hold on, what? I don't see anything around here that has anything to do with the secret path. If you find anything, let me know. Alright, we've changed Pikachu to like detective mode. I know who to ask though in regards to the scales. What's up? 2 scales? I definitely remember seeing something like that somewhere, but I can't for the life of me remember where. Sorry. Well, I'm not the only one suffering from amnesia, it seems. So 2 scales is probably those 2 graves. Reason why they're these things, not really graves, but this monument. What's up, Tim? Something catch your eye? Look at this Pikachu, that design that's been carved into the monument. Doesn't it look like a scale? Now that you mention it. Oh, of course, the number of scales carved into the monuments is the clue we're looking for. The entrance to the secret path has 2 scales, and this monument has 3 scales. So this isn't the right one. There must be monuments in other places. Let's have a look. Alright, so I was correct. That's why they're kept so clean. That other monument, it was dirty. It has to be that one. I couldn't see it either. I couldn't interact with it either. So it has to be that one. And if there's any others, well, I haven't seen it. Oh wait, wouldn't the best one to talk to is Milo? Since he knew about the other path?
Huh?
Did you find any clues? I wish I could say that as a Pokemon Ranger I knew all about this island, but I don't know of any monuments. Oh, Pete's sakes. Well, going off gut feeling on this one. It's this one, isn't it? Oh wait, it's only got 1 on it. Ah! Look, a monument. Who put a monument here? It looks like this one has the wrong number of scales though. You're right, only 1 scale. I was sure this was the place. But don't give up, let's keep looking. Yourself. Unless you can help me find the second monument that I can't see. We searched everywhere but no sign of a monument with 2 scales. Where on earth could it be? Maybe we should organise what we found so far. Right, so far we've found a monument with 1 scale and a monument with 3 scales on it. The monument with 1 scale was near the bridge and the other one with 3 scales was near the bulletin board. Wait, could that be that the one with 2 scales is in the middle? The monument with 2 scales could be between the 2 of them. Alright, let's go look. Is it down this beaten path that I keep pointing out? There are a lot of rocks kicking around here. Do you think this could have been a statue? It wouldn't surprise me, which means it may have had some scales carved into it. Oh, Tim, look here. Balla bing, balla boom, baby. Didn't I say this path was suspicious? 2 scales, no doubt about it then. This is the entrance to the secret path. Hey Tim, you found a secret path? You've got to take me with you. Of course, the entrance is just beyond here. Come on. Broken monument. And away we go. Oh, look at that Tropius statue. That's cool. A Stunfisk statue. There's got to be Stunfisk around here. Wait, was that a Phoebus I just saw? So this is the secret path. It looks really convoluted. If we can figure out what the scroll's saying, we'll be able to follow the path. Without getting lost, right? Let's have a look at the scroll for starters. I reckon it's one of these. A yellow circle, this must be a full moon. And then we've got a half moon. Maybe the shape of the moon is some sort of clue. And then here we've got a total eclipse with the lake. A black circle as if there's a hole in the sky. Now what would this mean? Come on, that's common sense. No moon in the sky, so in other words, a new moon. Oh, right. There's 3 moons, but there's something else that I've been wondering about. Yeah, each picture of the moon has a different colour too. Green, pink, blue. These colours must be a clue too. Not only that, look underneath it. The full moon, there's no lake, it's just trees. With the half moon, there's a bit of a half lake, like half moon in the lake. When there's no moon, there's a full river. What does it say down here? Let me see. The night of the full moon is the beginning. Pass through the shadow of darkness, and then thou witnessest the split moon. The lake shall bestow its blessings. What in the world? Sounds like some kind of riddle. What was that again? Just for my sake. The night of the full moon is the beginning. Pass through the shadow of darkness, and when thou witnessest the split moon, the lake shall bestow its blessings. So if we look for a full moon, that's the beginning of the secret path. If thou witnesses the half moon, the lake's blessings shall present itself. It must be the lake itself. Yeah, oh wait, you haven't checked everywhere here. It's important not to overlook anything. Top text, my bad. Something's written here, let's see. If thou wishest to reach the lake, follow the light of the moon, and face the 3 challenges. What do you think that means? Follow the light of the moon, huh? If that's not an important clue, my name ain't Pikachu. If thou wishest to reach the lake, follow the light of the moon, and face the 3 challenges. Seriously does sound like an island trial. I think that's all we're going to glean from just looking at the scroll. We still need to find more information. There might be clues along the secret path as well. Like those Pokemon statues in front of each path, I bet they're important. Good point. Well then, let's go have a look at those statues. Yeah, I'll make a note of anything we notice about the statues in my case list too. Characteristics of the statues. Let me help too if there's anything about Pokemon. I'm your go-to guy, because Tim knows bugger all. Which path does the scroll show? Bloody hell, not my English, that's for sure. This statue is Tropius. Its green leaves are really well made. Yeah, it's almost as someone just shrank a Tropius and just put it there. Anything else of note with this? Oh. Okay, besides that, why is there a Phoebus down there? What is that?
What is that?
This looks really bad.
It's still alive, right?
So it's you again.
What?
Pull yourself together, buddy. This happens to you all the time. You need to be more careful. There, all better.
But it still doesn't look so good.
Nah, feedback doesn't look like that. It's their natural state.
Is that so?
I suppose it looks healthy enough.
It's dangerous out there with all this fog, so you should really stay put.
It seems to be anxious about something.
You're right. Let's see what it has to say.
Yeah.
That's huge roast about Phoebus. What are you so rolled up about? Phoeba! What? The lake's in trouble and you need to go back. So I need to get back. What if you get hurt again? Oh, I know, Phoebus, we're heading to the lake too. Why don't you come with us? Phoeba! Phoebus, do you know anything about the Pokemon statues around here? Phoeba! It says they look like they were modeled after Pokemon that live on this island, but it doesn't know what they have to do with the scroll. Okay, well, let's have a look and see what we can find. Hopefully my English. It's gone completely. Are your wounds okay? Phoeba! That's good to hear. What in the world happened anyway? Phoebe! You were swimming in the lake when suddenly something threw you. What in the world is going on? We need to get to the lake quickly and figure out what's happening. Phoebe! You've been living in the lake a long time, but you've never seen anything like this before. Even the Pokemon that live here don't know what's causing the fog, huh? It must be a Pokemon then. Like, what else would be causing those eyes? Do you think this was a Pokemon statue too? It's hard to tell since it's all busted up, but there's some blue coloring left on it. Some blue. Well, that don't help. There's a lot of blue Pokemon. We can walk across this part as well as some like shallow areas. There is... Was that feet? Oh my god. It's like, what was that? There is a Stunfisk here. What's this brown Pokemon statue? Oh, that's Stunfisk. You find a lot of them near water. They give you a jolt of electricity if you step on one, so be careful. There may be some around here. Be careful, Pikachu. Just who do you think you're talking to? You should be the one keeping an eye out. Get wrecked by Pikachu. Alright, there's two ways we can go. The Stunfisk way or the other way. We've checked all the statues in this area. Let's try and figure out that riddle on the scroll. What's this? Oh, it's a map. Okay, that's not going to be any help to us.
We've checked all 3 statues. Tell me, does the scroll mean anything to you?
What's the relationship between the scrolls and the statues? Well, what have we got? 3 moons drawn on the scroll. 3 colors. Oh, Tropius is green. There was a blue Pokemon and then there's Stunfisk, which is brown. Stunfisk isn't related to any point. There's a broken up statue which is blue and Tropius is green. The mysterious writing on the scroll. The statues aren't always the same size as the real Pokemon. The statues are the same color as the real Pokemon. So it has to be the 3 colors and then the colors of the Pokemon.
Do you think that's right? Of course! The colors! One of the pictures that's on the scroll has a background the same color as a statue. So let's take the path of the statue that has the same color as on the scroll.
So the first one was green, I do believe.
According to the scroll, there are 3 trials. The question is, which color do we choose? The scroll should have clues for us. So go ahead and check in your case list.
So, it's green to begin with, pink, and blue. What?
Something seems a little off. Read the scroll carefully and go from there. Go ahead and check
No,
your case list.
it'll be green, blue, pink. Wait, how'd I get that up? I clicked something and then all of a sudden it gave me something. Anyways, I'll go back to the scroll. Oh my god, it like gave me... I might need my stylus. It brought it up for a quick second, but I'm not sure like what I clicked on. Maybe it was like when I got it wrong. Oh, I got it right anyways. There we go.
You're right. If we put the moons in the same order as on the scroll, you'll get full moon, new moon, and half moon. And their background colors are green, blue, and then pink. Now we know which path we need to take. We'll start with green. Does that make sense to you?
So we take Tropius.
Alright, Tropius is a green one. That means we take the path with Tropius' statue.
Tropius? It's weird, like I've always said Tropius. Like tropical? Trope. Nah, I don't like that pronunciation. I'll stick it with Tropius. Makes sense in my head anyways. Like tropical dinosaur. Still interesting some of the way that the English voice actors pronounce things. It's never consistent. Anyways, this way we go. Still, I thought it just went like the color of the lakes, like it was no... What? Did I take the wrong path? I thought that was the Tropius path. Aww. Maybe I didn't see the entrance I was meant to take. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, I thought that was a dead end. That's why I just presumed that was the entrance over there.
Sure this is the right way?
I think so.
I'm not worried. I'll solve the puzzles and breeze through this maze.
Pikachu, look underneath you!
Huh? What?
I'm sorry, but how did you not see that?
Ugh.
Pikachu, get out of there!
Quick time event. Oh, for pig's sakes, Pikachu! Can you, like, look before you jump?
Here we go.
How did you not see that?
That was a close one. Thanks for that, Tim.
Should have just shocked you. For the hell of it. Glad you're okay, Pikachu. Huh, those Stumpfists were too slow with their little shocks. Another fork in the road, Tim. Let's check out the scroll and see what the second color is, which was... blue? Stumpfist. Stumpfisk. The fog isn't very filling. Well, yeah, it's not like it's cotton candy or anything. Man, talk about a close one. I don't know what their deal is. I'm pretty sure they got angry because you stepped on them, Pikachu. Stumpfisk. Alright, I'll be more careful. Seriously, how did you not see it? Stumpfisk. Ah, what's with the electricity? Is it smiling? Man, that's kind of creepy. Stumpfisk. They say that Pokemon keep fleeing from the lake almost every day now. I bet that makes it hard for the Stumpfisk to live in peace too. Hey, do you think you could teach me how to produce electric shocks? Stumpfisk. Don't scoff at me, how rude. So what about Phoebus? Has it got anything? You certainly seem enthusiastic, Phoebus. It's saying since it's not around anymore, I need to be protector of the lake. It's not around? Who's it referring to? By the way, what's that it you mentioned? Fever. I see. So, long time ago, there was a being that protected all the Pokemon of the lake. So, like a leader to all the Pokemon that lived in the lake. Phoebe. Yeah, it liked to meet it sometime too. Maybe a reference to the 4th generation's Pixies? That's the only thing I can think of for a protector of the lake. Phoebe! I know you're worried about your friends at the lake, but there's no point in trying to rush off on your own. Would like to help you too. We'll clear up this mystery in no time. Does Pikachu have an interaction with the Stunfisk? Probably not.
There are times when cautious effort is needed the most, you know?
Like, try not to step on a Stunfisk? That'd be one. Anyways, what have we got? We got Timber. The colour's all gone. We need to figure out what the statue's colour originally was. That'd be red or pink. Wingull is completely gone, but the statue of Wingull... if only had the wings like then we could fly to the lake. Well, that'd be white. And then Ducklet blue. The statue colour is all peeled off, but we've seen this Pokemon before. So that is the one. Huh? You haven't solved the riddle yet. You've got to think calmly about this. I'm pretty sure... Oh, do I have to go and do case notes again, do I? I'm pretty sure it's blue from memory.
It looks like the second color is blue. But the statues have lost their color. Which means we'll solve it once we know the color of the original Pokemon.
Oh, no. Well, we already know Ducklet's blue. Timber is like a light brown. And then Wingull is white.
You think that's right? Perfect. Now we know the original color.
Does that mean I missed a
What do you
Wingull
think?
somewhere?
Which of these paths should we take?
It's, Ducklet.
Right. We'll try the path with Ducklet's statue.
Alright, down the Ducklet path we go. And I was already there, the game told me no. There are 3 different paths again. There are 3 colours on the scroll, so this one must be the last riddle. Just a bit more to go, Tim. Which is the 3rd path? And there's a few Pokemon around here, it seems.
Yeah.
Here we are. This should be the last riddle. We're almost at the lake, only a bit more. You really care about the lake, don't you, Milo? Of course I do. I played there as a kid, and besides, I owe the Pokemon the lake. You owe them? Yeah, there was a time when I was really young where I almost drowned at the lake. A Pokemon I'd never seen before saved my life. Oh, I see. I was only half conscious. I don't really remember what it looked like, but I know it wasn't a dream. Here's proof. It's a Milotic! It's a prism scale. It's really beautiful. I know, right? If I ever get to see that Pokemon again, I want to say thank you to it properly. It's a Milotic. That's why Phoebus wants to protect the lake. It evolves into Milotic. So what happens if we give Phoebus the prism scale? What's up? It says I can smell the lake. We can't be far. You know, Phoebus and Milo are pretty similar. What are you talking about? Milo is way more dependable. Fever! Just how they both love the lake so much and how they both really dedicated to protecting the people and Pokemon they like. They seem similar, that's all. Fever! Huh? Well, seems like Phoebus trusts Milo too. Now what about this little, what do you call it? I forgot what you call it. Shellos? Yes, I was correct. I was thinking Gastrodon, but it's the evolution. Soft and sticky, like a stick. Hey, look, Pikachu, a Shellos. Loss? Well, you certainly seem carefree. Loss? Huh? It's happy. No, the opposite. Some of its friends were injured because of this whole incident, and it's mad about that. Its face, it's always smiling, so it's hard to tell if it's angry or not. Aww, I like Shellos for that reason. Shellos are so tiny and cute. They make me happy just looking at them. Loss. Huh? So back in the day, you guys looked different from the way you look now? Really? I wonder what they looked like. I want to know too! Game, There needs to be like ancient Celos somewhere for me to look at. Yes. We're investigating this area. Do you think you could tell us what you know? So the fog? Yes. It's worried that it might get caught up in this incident since this area is so close to the lake. We need to solve this case quickly so that the Pokemon here can live Should I say can they live peacefully, not leave peacefully? By the way, are those things on your back hard or soft? Good question, I was wondering about that myself. Oh, it's alright for us to touch them? I wonder what they feel like. Well, they bring up the question as open question, but they don't give us an answer. I don't like that. So we got a Shellos. That can be pink though. This statue of a Shellos seems like several of them live in this area too. You're right, the statue is a bit bigger than the real thing. So this is going to be interesting. Is that a pink Shellos or is that a blue Shellos? There's something about Shellos I've noticed. What's up? Take a close look at the statue of Shellos and compare it to the real thing. Oh, the shape of its horns is different. Yeah, the pink one has horns, but the blue one has like fluffy horns. Oh wait, not that as well. Like, I was looking at the back of it, like its shell is different. The actual horns on its head, it's got multiple like ovals on it, the pink one, yet the blue one has got actual like I don't know what you describe that one as. Fluffy? Would you say the shapes are different? Shellos may have some characteristics that we don't know about. We should ask Marlo. Ah, is that what they're referring to in regards to like it used to look different?
Need help?
What's up? I didn't mean to ask that one. I don't care about your lake story. I care about the Shellos. Shellos is an interesting Pokemon. Its shape and color change depending on where it lives, or the water quality of the area. I bet it would be interesting to compare the differences. I wonder what they look like. Well, right now, I think that they found two different ones, blue and pink. What do you mean at the moment? Is that telling me that there's more than two Shellos and the game has like yet to show them? You mean to tell me there could be like green ones, there could be white ones, there could be black ones, there could be white ones, there could be purple ones, there could be fluoro pink one. Oh wait, we've already got pink, so it can't be fluoro. Fluoro green ones or something like that. Game, you need to like bring out different colors, Shellos and Gastrodon. What about Grottle? Earth and water and me. Grottle looks really cool. I like Torterra a lot actually. Brat! Brat! What? How could you not notice all this commotion about the lake? I'm glad things have been peaceful for Grottle, but it sure seems to live in its own world. How long have you been living near the lake, Grottle? Grot. Before people came here? Wow, you definitely have a long lifespan. Grot. Huh? It's saying this area has changed a lot since humans started developing it. Even the water quality has changed since the old days, apparently. Ooh, that's interesting. That's gonna be like potential evidence for the future, I'd say. This is a statue of Grottle. Yeah, we just saw one over there. I wanted this statue used to have the same coloring as that Pokemon, therefore green, not what we want. We also have a Zoomarl. I guess the statue of a Zoomarl, all of its paint has fallen off though. All these Pokemon statues must have been made a long time ago, and that's blue. The Shellos I'm assuming is going to be pink, but we haven't had evidence for that yet.
Shello.
So, I'm guessing when we do the questionnaire, it's going to give us an option for the pink Shellos, or do we need to find out about that?
Need help?
The white bubble-like patterns on a Zoomarl's belly are actually camouflaged to full enemies. It's pretty crafty for such a cute-looking Pokemon. I didn't actually know that personally. Trees grow out of Grottle's yellow shell. If they get good sunlight, they'll grow pretty fast. The berries on the trees look good. Berries? They grow berries? I did not know that. I just assumed it was just bushes of leaves. We checked all the statues in this area. Let's see if we can solve the riddle on the scroll. Why have I got a funny feeling we might get pulled up? Oh wait, no. No. Marlo did say they can be pink, so we can put that down.
How would the last color be pink? Did you see a pink Pokemon? We really need to figure this out.
Which is the pink Pokemon? It is Shellos.
Oh? So why do you think it's a pink Pokemon?
Because Marlo said it can be either pink or blue. Oh wait, what? Oh no. There we go, those two. Because the water quality has changed and Marlo said its color depends on the water quality.
Shellos' color changes depending on the water quality, right? When this statue was made, the water quality here must have been different. That's why it was a pink Shellos. Now we know the colors. Which path do you think we should take?
The Shellos, the pink.
Perfect. Now we can go straight to the lake.
The path of the Shellos statue. Alright, down there we go. I wonder what's going to be at this lake. And what are these eyes? I keep staring at them, trying to figure that out. Mascarin, maybe? Nah, can't be Mascarin. Gyarados?
I can't see anything through all of this fog.
It makes it a little difficult to investigate.
Oh, whoa! Poliwag!
Poliwag, are you okay?
Surprisingly springy. Oh, lol. Just
That's
nonchalant, just walks
Doesn't look
off.
like they're injured at all.
Good for them, but what about me?
Sorry, Pikachu. But where did they come flying from?
I don't know. From somewhere over there.
Hey, Tim!
Wait,
look at that!
It is Mascarin! Well, what a guess that was! I went from Ghost to Mascarin.
Hold on. Are Masquerain causing the fog?
It sure seems like it, but why?
Hey! Masquerain! What's going on here? You gotta stop the fog! What do you mean, no? Is something out there? Seems like they're worried about outsiders. What should we do?
Oh.
Wow. Look at that.
Thanks for helping, Feebas.
I didn't know Masquerain could do that. I know they can learn defog and all that, but I didn't know they could make, like, sheer amount of fog like that. Okay, that's a new one for me. Unless I've been oblivious and ignorant to the Pokédex, but I swear I've never heard of Masquerain ever doing that. So the fog's cleared up, but why were the Masquerain causing the fog in the first place? Well, okay, let's put this in perspective. They said they might have been fearing the outsiders, thus creating the fog to protect the lake. With all the developments that's been happening on Cappucci Island, it's no surprise that the Masquerain started to fear the amount of people coming in, whether it be tourists, locals, etc. I mean, as I said, there was people coming into the lake and celebrating and all that. With sheer numbers coming in now, maybe like Dr. Wolves and all that, they probably felt threatened and put the fog up as a defense mechanism. Probably no surprise there if I'm correct. It seems like they were trying to keep their friends hidden away from scary Pokemon that started living in the lake. I'm wrong, but half right at the same time. A scary Pokemon, is that the cause of all the wounded Pokemon? I imagine so. Let's figure out what it actually is. Alright, half correct. I'm fine with that. They are doing it as a defense mechanism, but not against humans, but rather Pokemon itself. You did great earlier. Thanks to you, the fog has cleared up and we can investigate around the lake. Pheeb! You were were your wounds from the same Pokemon that attacked the Masquerain? Pheeba! It was so foggy it couldn't see who attacked, but it does remember its body being collapsed by a pincer. It says it hurt a lot. So who do we know have pincers? Well, there's obviously Pinsir, Kingler, Krabby. Yeah, that's all I can really go off for now, but I'd say Krabby or Kingler. Or it could be Crawdon or, it's pre-evolution. I can't think of it. Wow, I'm blanking. Not only is my English gone, but my Pokemon memory is also gone too. Mass! Don't be so frightened. Tim and I will solve this case in a jiffy, you'll see. Mass! They say it just showed up here one day and has been attacking any Pokemon that gets too close. It's so angry it won't listen to anything they try to say to it. It's angry? Why would that be? Okay, I got no hint besides the fact it's got pincers. What's that? Is that a sign? Or is that a tree?
Yeah.
We finally made it to the lake. Now we need to find proof that Walls is innocent. Just thinking something like that is here. This used to be quiet, peaceful island. That's no help! What about the Poliwag? This must have been rough landing. Yeah, still have not found my English yet. That must have been a rough landing. What happened? Polly! What's wrong? They seem agitated. It looks like they've scattered the lake. Is the cause of all this hiding in the lake? I'm so sorry if I just cannot pronounce things properly at the moment. I've been like this the entire episode. I was kind of hoping it would disappear at some point like the fog. I'm glad you're not hurt. I guess it's thanks to Pikachu. Hey, I'm not I'm not an airbag, you know. I nearly said iceberg. Same thing, I guess. Whoa, hey, don't get so close. You're slimy. Do you think you could tell us about whatever attacked you? Huh, what's wrong? You seem reluctant. Polly? What? It looks like the guy next to me? It looked like me? Oh, what do they mean by that? You mean by colour? Red? Well, it has to be Krabby or King. Oh man, both the crab Pokemon are orange. Ah! It's either Crawdont. Oh, Corfish, that's it. Krabby or Kingler. Look at that, what a gash. It's as if something took a chunk out with huge claws. Mass! What? This gash was also caused by the scary thing. Whatever it is, we're done for if we get attacked. No kidding, we better be careful while we investigate. What was that sound? Wait, what's that in the water? Look over there, there's something splashing in the water. Let's see what it is. What in the world is that? Is there something in the lake? I can't see it too well from here. Fib! You'll go check it out. It's dangerous. He's right, I appreciate the thought, but we should really wait to see. Phoebe! Hey, Phoebus! No, Phoebus! It is Crawdont! Well, there goes Phoebus again. Phoebus, are you okay? Hey, you alright? Phoebe! Doesn't look like it has any serious wounds. No need to be so reckless, though. Still, now we know what the scary Pokemon is thanks to Phoebus. That's true, thanks. Phoebe! So, Walls was innocent after all. But still, what's wrong? I just wonder why a Crawdont is in the lake. I've never seen a Crawdont in this area before. The fog came in. A Crawdont is causing trouble when it's not even native to this island. What does it all mean? Is this worth looking into? What is the truth of the fog situation? Is our new case... Oh, this case keeps going on. So I do have some things we can investigate. Oh, it's a fishing rod. But it's broken. It's useless like this. It could potentially be evidence though, like fishing, like someone could have imported it. Oh god, wait, can we talk to it? Why did it move like that? That's a bit scary. What's that? I wonder what this would... I just figured it out, how it got here, without going any further. Think right back to when we first got to Cappucci Island. Timber transport. Didn't I say something about the fact that someone could easily ship something in without people realizing what's inside of it? What if it was an illegal transport? Crawdont was in one of those boxes and it's gone wild. Jeez, talk about hitting very close to home. That's happened a lot in real life. The cane toad is not native to Australia, yet it got here because some idiot brought it to Australia and it's causing mass havoc to the point of, you know, people will pay big money to kill the cane toad because it's killing everything. Oh, man. And there's like so many other issues where that has happened, like a Pokemon, a real animal is not native to a certain area, but it got there through people like hiding it in, whether it be sea containers, crates and all that. People just transporting them in luggage as well and let them run free. Oh man. Where's customs when you need it? They need Australian customs. Not much goes through Australian customs, and again, Australia's everything is lackluster, so they probably do have Australian customs. I wonder what this wood fragment is. It looks like it has a corner, so it probably was a box or something. Why would a wooden box fragment be at the lake? And look, there's a large gash on the inside. You're right, it's as if something was clawing at the inside. Well, we figured out that mystery. I don't really need to go any further. Hey Pikachu, what do you think this wooden chunk is? Let's see. Well, the wood has a white paint on it. This could be a useful clue to have, so let's hang on to it for now. I don't think it's Timber Transport's fault. They're kind of just doing their job. It's whoever sent it's fault. There's an empty bottle here. It could be a clue. We should pick it up and... It's Project R, isn't it? Whoever sent this Crawdon with the bottle probably contained Project R. It's gone into the lake. Sorry, the Crawdon's probably just drunk it over here and it's just gone berserk. Oh, God. That's probably just taken a real severe twist of events there. No kidding, I was surprised too. It seems like it's very wary of us. I don't think we'll be able to speak to it. Phew, phew! It definitely seemed to have a temper. There's no way we can get close to it if it keeps swinging its claws around like that. I guess we'll just have to stay away from Crawdon while we investigate. What about Masquerain? Oh, Marlowe, sorry. So the one attacking the Pokemon was Crawdon. Marlowe, do you know much about Crawdon? No, not really. I've only read about it in books. Apparently they can just live just about anywhere. So that makes it an adaptable little carrier, Project R, if I might say so myself. Interesting. Do you think the Crawdon thinks the lake is its territory? If that's the case, we're in trouble. They're very protective of their homes. Getting it to move won't be easy at all. So it's territorial. Things just keep getting better, don't they? Oh, fun times. A red body, big claws. They say that the Pokemon's that's been chasing their friends. Mass! It seems like Crawdon is short-tempered to begin with. Even when the Masquerain tried to scare it off with their eyes like antenna, it just tried to attack them. So all they could do was create this thick fog and try to hide their friends, huh? So that explains the fog. Nothing to do with like any outside influence. It's just the Crawdon and the Masquerain trying to do their natural thing and protect their friends. Meanwhile, we know how this fog situation started.
Pokemon were getting hurt because Crawdon attacked them. Now, why would Crawdon do something like that?
Why did it attack Pokemon? Because it's territorial?
I get it. Crawdon is chasing away anyone who dares to get close to the lake. Obviously, it's being territorial. For some reason, this Crawdon thinks the lake is its turf. But it's not a Pokemon that's normally seen around here. So the question is, how did it get to the lake? Are there any clues we can look at?
It came from the wooden crate. But... okay, this is interesting. Have I missed something? It's not that, is it?
Do you think that's right?
No.
No, that's not right.
Maybe that? I said there's no other clues I saw.
What? The claw marks on the inside of the box are just like the marks on the trees. Which tells me that someone put Crawdon into that box and then brought it to the lake.
It was caused because someone brought Crawdon to the lake. The question is though, like, you know, I'm taking it easy on Timber Transport because it's got to be them. There was timber crates at the beginning there, but I believe they're, you know, while they may have brought it here, I don't think they're fully in the wrong. I want to believe that. I want to believe that he didn't purposely put a crawdont in there, that he's just doing orders, like that's his job, is just to transport things. It's this mysterious person, it has to be. I don't take Timber Transport's owner to be that type of malicious person. So Crawdont was the one who was wounding all these Pokemon. Yeah, this should prove that Walls is innocent. Thanks, Tim.
Someone brought a Crawdont here, and I think that's what's been hurting the other Pokemon. We've proven that Walls isn't responsible.
Walls was not causing the injuries to the Pokemon. Let's head back to Walls' place and let Brad know what we've found. Okay, but there's only one issue to this. While it is true that Walls is not directly affecting the fog and the Pokemon injuries, it's not to say that he did order the Crawdont to come here and he's only been walking around to double check to see the effects of Project R on Crawdont. Again, as I said, I could be thinking way too deep into this to fit my own narrative, but it doesn't fully sit well with me. I still don't believe that Walls is completely innocent. Sure, he's not the culprit behind this particular incident, no, but I still feel he has some sort of involvement in why Crawdont is here. I'm gonna go with that for now until I get some type of evidence to prove me wrong on that one. Brad, Walls isn't the culprit behind the fog situation. Don't you think you jump into conclusions? What do you mean by that? It could have been that Walls who captured Crawdont in that box and brought it to the lake. Exactly what I just said. Why do you always think that way? Walls is a Pokemon researcher. Even has he been disgraced, I bet he could get a hold of a Crawdont very easily. That sounds Austrian, not British. How did that go from like British to Austrian so quick? But that's... If you insist that Walls isn't the one who brought Crawdont to the lake, then show me proof. Okay, I promise I find evidence that proves Walls' innocence. In that case, I'll search for undeniable evidence that proves he is a culprit. Let's see whose theory is correct, Tim. This is interesting. Unless we can find the culprit who brought Crawdont to the lake, Brad is not going to change his mind. I agree, but who could have done such a thing and why? Hey Tim, I'll say by Walls. He's not showing it, but this has got to be hard on him. I understand. Leave the rest to us. Alright, back to the investigation. Prove Walls in... Well, I know the first place we're looking. Timber Transport.
In order to prove Walls' innocence, we really need to figure out who brought Crawdont here.
Who brought Crawdont here? Well, it'd be in the registry of Timber Transport, because there was a bulletin that had all the information of all the transports and who did them, etc, etc. That's where we gotta look. Oh, speak of the devil?
I wonder what they're up to.
Yeah, those are large pieces of wood.
Oh, I know. They're going to fix the bridge. But that doesn't explain why they're carrying a flag. Oh, watch where you're going. What's its deal?
They're just really focused on their work.
The flags, I never gave that a thought. Like, there was flags everywhere. Like, there's a flag there. There was also flags in the village. What's the deal with that? It looks like the flags the inhabitants of this island have in front of their houses. Maybe the chief of Timber Transport can tell us something about the wooden boxes. We should ask him. Is he still here? Yeah, he is. We can finally start fixing the bridge now. Once the bridge is fixed, we'll be able to investigate the far shore of the lake. Huh? Oh, you mean the flags over there? Those are landmarks for Timber. What do you mean? If you want Timber to carry the boxes to the right location, you need to lend them there with, you need to lead them with a flag that matches to the mark on the box. Now that you mention it, each flag has boxes with the same mark nearby. You only need to guide them once. From the second time onward, all you need to do is put the flag at the right place and they'll figure it out. Pretty smart, huh? Oh wait, did we pick up like a white paint or something like that? What's on your mind, Pikachu? Could it be that the culprit used this whole flag system to have timber carry Crawdon to the lake? The timber transport? They're definitely strong enough, and besides, nobody would look twice if they were carrying a box through town. Does that make more sense than to assume Walls somehow managed to sneak the box all the way to the lake himself? Let's check with the chief himself. That's interesting. I'm sorry, but I don't have any idea who the culprit might be. I mean, you'd think I'd notice if there was some weirdo wandering around with a big box. That figures. How could someone carry a big box without anyone noticing? You're saying that Timber could have carried the box with Crawdon in it? Do you think we're responsible or something? No, of course not. It's impossible anyway, see? Timber would never be able to take a box to the lake. There's no special mark for the lake in the first place. What? You don't believe me? Go check the bulletin board near the docks. There's a chart with all the marks we use, plus a record of all the packages we gathered. Alright, let's head to town then. Okay, that puts back my theory. Brr. Hey, good luck on fixing the bridge. We're counting on you. Okay, nothing there from Timber. You're helping the chief? Pretty impressive how you can carry logs bigger than yourself. Brr, Timber. Oh, you say you could handle even more? You're pretty strong, I'll give you that. What about the Tropius? Like, maybe it saw something. I mean, we know I gotta go back to the... Seems like it doesn't know much about Crawdon. It's a Pokemon that's never existed on this island before, so that's not surprising. Alright, well, I thought for a second I got stuck. Alright, back to the bulletin board, because there's no point, like, asking other Pokemon anyways. Like, you know, that's, as it's already been pointed out, it's a Pokemon that's never existed on this island, so even the residential Pokemon will not have much of a clue about this Crawdon. So, when in doubt, wait. What's Amanda doing with Brad?
How's the investigation?
Oh, Tim, it seems like things are a mess. Do you know him? Yes, he's the son of one of the boss's friends. We came to the island together. Oh, and Amanda be doing the British thing. Ah, so that's why you're looking after him. Hey, Pikachu, am I being self-conscious or is Brad glaring at me? I bet he's just jealous, don't worry about it. Oh, Tim, while you were gone for a while, so I was getting worried. Sorry about that, Amanda. It seems like things are getting really exciting. Is there anything I can do to help? So Crawdon was the one hurting all of the other Pokemon. Who brought it here? Brad is saying that Mr. Walls is the one who brought Crawdon to the island. Is that true? I can't say for certain, but I just can't believe Walls is the culprit for all of this. Are you close to Brad? No, I've only seen him from time to time at crime scenes. He's so friendly and funny. What? That's the complete opposite of what he is. Friendly? Funny? We talking about the same person, Amanda? I don't think so. Alright, anyways, let's back to point. Let's look at this bulletin board. Is this the record that the chief was talking about? Looks like it. That should tell us more about the luggage Timber delivered last week. What do you think of this? It's got these marks on it, together with names. It looks like there's a list that tells us where each box of luggage goes. The marks on the boxes are for specific houses. The mark for the lake, it doesn't exist after all. Just like the chief said, huh? Oh well. And look at this, looks like they're collection records. So a record of all of the packages they've received here, right? What does it say? 2 triangle, 1 square, 3 circle with a cross, 1 circle. I wonder what that means. And that's going to be handy because we did find a piece of the crate that came off. Is this an advertisement for Timber Transport? Let's see, it says, leave all your luggage to us, Timber Transport. What's this other one? There's a recruitment ad for Timber Transport. That's it. Well, there was no luggage that was sent to the lake, according to the bulletin board, so it snuck itself in. there wasn't even a mark for the lake at all. Maybe it wasn't Timber that carried the box after all. Who knows? Let's check to make sure all the packages were delivered as scheduled anyway. Good idea. We can also see if they notice anything when they received their packages. If you forget what mark was for which home, just check the flag at the front of each house. Where did the collected packages go? There's a lot of wooden boxes piled here. They all have delivery notices on them. They must have come here by boat. Okay. So let's have a look at our case list. That's going back. Right, so triangle is 2, square is 1, the circle with a cross is 3, and a plain circle is 1. What about... There's nothing there. I thought we picked up something... Maybe not. Alright, so a triangle. There is a mark, a flag with a triangle mark. And then we have the circle with the cross. That was 3. Then we have a square. And then finally, our last mark was a circle.
So, Dr. Walls is behind all of this?
You know I can't divulge sensitive information like that. Well, hi. Still investigating, are we? It's no use. I've got this case practically closed.
Don't be so sure. There are still a lot of things to look into.
You're investigating the case too? Anything turn up?
Yes, there are quite a few things.
Oh. Well, good luck, Tim.
Spritz! Spritz! Spritz!
What's wrong? Catch a cold?
Me, neck.
You know what? I think it's Spritzy's scent. It's too strong. It's making you sneeze.
Heck, me neck.
I guess having a sensitive nose isn't always good. See you around, sneezy pants.
Spritz! Spritz!
Oh.
What's going on with you, Manetric?
Sweet justice in the end. It always smells so good.
Spritz!
I wanted to have a look at the flag, not the Spritzy. Oh well. Wow, it seems really angry. Yeah, it seems like it was offended that Manetric didn't like its scent. I don't blame it. So it's this flag we need to have a look at. And this one's number 1.
Yes?
What's wrong? You think Timber carried the box we crawled onto the lake? That's impossible. Why is that? Because the chief checks each package that puts a sticker on them himself. I helped out that day too, but I didn't see anything odd. Come to think of it, you know where Walls lived, didn't you? He's a friend. Oh, not really. I just visit his place a few times for business reasons. You mean regarding construction of the resort? Yes, I wanted to see if he was willing to part with his property to which we need to continue with the plan. He definitely wasn't interested. Brad told me about it. Who'd have thought Walls would be the culprit? That's certainly not it. But it's true he caused some kind of problem in the past, right? No wonder everyone's so suspicious of him. Not the case. Hey, don't you need to follow Brad? Mac. Oh, standing guard, huh? Well, good for you. Does Manetric take after Brad in how it's so dedicated to its work? They do share the same pigeon-headedness. Mac. Huh. You way too uptight. You need to enjoy the fine things in life. Like the smell. Manek! Whoa. No need to get so angry. Alright, I think we gotta talk to Brad.
What?
There's absolutely no way my investigation is on the wrong track. Yes. Yes, I could be possibly... Blah! Blah! The British accent's killing me, English. Huh, I see. Yes, it could be possible that Walls had the timber carry the wooden box. I'll have my men look into it immediately. I swear, he really wants Walls to be the culprit, doesn't he? Well, did you tell Louise? Sorry, what did you tell Louise? You should stop telling everyone Walls is the culprit. What are you talking about? It's my duty as a police officer to help citizens and remove any uncertainties they might have. He doesn't even have any evidence. Just you wait, we'll get to the bottom of things. So I might need... Okay, either I talk to the chief again. Oh wait, we had one last thing. There's a flag for timber transport, but I don't remember that being on the marks. Apparently used to mark where the timber is supposed to deliver the packages. So they stick one of the marks on each box, and then timber carries the box to the flag. That has the same mark, right? There's 5 of them now. That wasn't on the sign. The bridge will be fixed in no time with Timber's help. We recorded all the luggage that came in by the boat last week in our records. Louise helped me with the sorting, so there shouldn't be any mistakes or errors. Seems like it would be difficult to get Timber to carry a box without the 2 of them noticing. So the culprit could have used some kind of trick, let's ask him, for the sorting process. So that makes me think Louise is behind some of this. Oh, she helped me out with the sticking the marks on the packages, all the packages and boxes. Did anything strike you during the whole process? Well now that you mention it, Louise didn't have that smell she usually has. That smell? Well yeah, just after we finished putting everything on the record, I noticed I'd forgotten something at my office and needed to get it. So you left the storage area. Yeah, but only for a few minutes. The thing is, when I got back, Louise didn't have her usual scent anymore. It was weird. The scent had disappeared. Is this related to the case in some way? The scent is by Spritzy, correct? Or she's lost the scent because she's gone and say something like water. Oh, so this is the plot twist. Louise is behind it. Oh, hey, that's interesting. Wait, they're not asking anything. So what? Do we have to ask her about something then? Or is it in my case notes? Let's have a look after I have a look at this.
Spritz.
Nope, nothing for Spritzy, so Louise we gotta ask.
Yes?
Nope, hold on, what? Case notes?
Why don't we check the houses with the marks? We'll see if last week's deliveries were made properly and use the collection records to make sure we don't miss a thing.
Okay. We have nothing for that, so... I thought... Oh, I probably didn't activate it. Yay! Good for me. So that one wasn't on the records. I said there was 5 of them, so maybe now I've got to go through, ask the residents, and check their flags. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Okay, so off to do that. So there's a square here. So maybe we ask this dude. Did something happen? I got one delivery last week. I ordered a record player, but it was busted on arrival, so I couldn't use it. Oh, that's too bad. I went and asked the chief to see if he could fix it for me, but he said it would be hard. Louise was saying I'd need to order in replacement parts. Louise, she was there too? Louise was with the chief too. Oh yeah, she was helping him put the stickers on the boxes at the dock. Louise is such a kind... Nah, don't say that. Something's iffy now. There was a Crawdon at the lake. Never heard of such a Pokemon. I guess I'd better stay away if it's that dangerous. Alright, let's check the testimony with the records we have.
Yes, this package was delivered just like it says.
But it was busted. Right, what about this house? What's wrong? To think that someone would bring such a dangerous Pokemon to this island. Why would they do such a thing? I received 3 packages last week. A camera and a tripod and whatnot. Oh, that's cool. I just wanted to take pictures of this island, natural splendor, before the construction for the resort begins. There's some talk of building a resort here in order to show off the nature. Louise is the head of this project. The nature here is very unique and precious, so if a resort were to be built, I imagine we'd get a swarm of tourists. This project might make life easier for us, but would also be losing some important things. I'm personally against this whole resort thing. I guess not everyone is thrilled about the plan. We know how many packages he got. Let's check the records too.
So, the number of packages delivered doesn't
Oh! So it wasn't like what number it's referring to, it's how many packages arrived. Okay, now I get it. Had I not noticed that before is a good question to myself. KrimZen, you're a bit slow today, in your English and just noticing things in general. I heard the fog cleared up. Crawdon? I've never heard of it. Is there really such a Pokemon at the lake? I received 2 packages last week. I didn't notice anything unusual about my stuff. But, was there something else? I remember Timber were carrying around a big wooden box that day. I wonder what was in it. What? A big wooden box? Hold on. 2 deliveries. I only saw... Wasn't there like only two ones left? Yeah, it was, I'd say maybe double the size of the Timber. A box that size could potentially, or probably hold a Crawdon. Did you see where Timber delivered that box to? I saw them head in the direction of the bridge, but that's it. Sorry, I'm not more help. So they did carry a big wooden box, so they did... See, the game was starting to make me think that something else carried it, but I was like, what's strong enough to carry a Crawdon? It's not exactly what you call light as a feather. So, testimony-wise...
Seems like this package was delivered
properly. Oh, it was 2. I was looking at the wrong bit. So this last mark should have only had 1 delivery to it. And that was... Gotta find that flag now. It should have been to Walls. Well, it's the Walls house. How funny is that? That's not a good coincidence. Unless it was made to make him seem like the suspect. But again, they always do that to make someone look like the suspicious one. Considering that Louise is behind it, it's not to say that she's had contact with the mysterious person who wants him framed. I know you were able to find the real culprit, I just know it's him. That Brad's gone into town to gather testimonies or something. I hope he doesn't believe every wild rumor he hears. It does seem like the people in town aren't too fond of Walls. You're checking the packages that Timber delivered last week? Yeah, did you notice anything at the time? I did see Louise down at the docks, come to think of it. She seemed like she was in a pretty good mood. Oh, one more question popped up. I didn't mean to hit the B button. You met Louise? Yeah, she was really cheerful. She'd been in a foul mood since Walls refused to sell his property, so I was pretty surprised. I can't... Oh, see, it is the frame. Maybe the motive behind it all would be to get rid of Walls, have him shipped off, so she's free to do her resort. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, so I hope that's not the motive. I can't imagine Louise being in a bad mood. To be honest, I'm not too fond of her. She was really forceful and heavy-handed when she came to buy the property too. Seems like Walls and Louise didn't have the best of relationships. Maybe that's why she was very open about where Walls lived. She knew the history, therefore if anyone came along asking about Walls, oh yeah, he's just down there, get rid of him. The world is not forgiving of those who have made mistakes. It seems Brad is determined to make me the culprit. Walls can't be the culprit. Why does nobody believe him? It's the same as the accident at PCL. The masses believed the media and paid no heed to my words. I didn't receive any packages last week. I wasn't expecting one either, since I hadn't ordered anything. What? Let's compare to well, there was meant to be something here.
How many? That's not the same number that's in the records. So what do you think is going on?
Someone's either framing Walls or he's not.
I'm confident we've checked all the marks.
Not telling us something.
And it appears that Walls is missing 1 package. We really should look into that.
So Walls is missing a package. According to records, there was 1 box that was for Walls, but where is it gone? Maybe Crawdon came in that missing box. Who knows? Let's go see Walls and the Chief to have to say before we go to any conclusions. The world... According to the records, there was one box to be delivered to you, Dr. Walls. You say that, but the fact remains that no box was delivered to me. Maybe the Chief made a mistake. This is getting us nowhere. Maybe we should double check with the Chief. Something's not sitting right with me. Either it was, like, said to go to Dr. Walls, like they just swapped the stickers around.
Hey, Tim! Alright, mean that trick? You know what to do, don't you? Oh, not my hat!
No, you fetch!
You were supposed to fetch!
Oh, that was the best cutscene ever. Can I watch that again?
Now, if you ask me, Brad is a chump. Huh? You don't know what I mean? Well, it's nothing that you kids should know about.
Sneaky bugger. I do. Alright, so it's either someone swapped the sticker to make it look like it was meant to go to Walls, to frame him. Or Walls isn't saying something correctly. Have you finished repairing the bridge? Indeed we have. Brad was the first one to cross it too. Of course he was. What? A package addressed to Mr. Walls has gone missing? Yes, actually Walls said he wasn't expecting a package at all. Maybe I messed up the names in my records. I sure wish I could check with Timber about this. I can do that. I'll get the info in no time. Alright, Timber, start talking. So you've done fixing the bridge. It must have been a lot of work. There are a few things we'd like to ask you. Do you have some time? Brr? Brr? There wasn't anything for Walls, but the records show there was one delivery. Brr! Whoa, watch it with that log. No need to get so defensive, we're not doubting you. In that case, did you carry any kind of box or anything to the lake? Brr? It says that did carry a box with a donut-like mark on it. A donut mark. Do they mean like a ring? I don't remember seeing a mark like that anywhere. Hey, what do you mean by a donut mark? I don't see it on the mark chart. Brr! Hey, calm down. I said we're not doubting you or anything. We might have better luck just going to the lake ourselves. I'm gonna check in with the other Timber before we actually move, just in case I miss something that we need. Timber! I see. Seems like they didn't deliver anything to Wall's home after all. Brr! Huh? You took a wooden box to the lake and it had a donut mark. Do you think you could tell us anything about the donut mark? Brr! Sweet and delicious. That's a real donut. Well, the bridge is fixed now. We can head to the lake and check it out for ourselves. To the lake we go to figure out this mystery. Still, how did they fix that so quickly? That's my question. So, time to find a donut mark. There's Fletching here, which means Amanda's here too. Unless we talk to Phoebus and Fletching.
Phoebus!
What's up, Phoebus? Phoebe! You came chasing up the Crawdon. Man, you don't know when to quit, do you? Phoebe? Huh? Are you looking for someone? Milo isn't here, right? You see, one of Milo's friends is being accused of bringing Crawdon here. Phoebe? We're worried about Milo and his friend too. I hope we can clear things up soon. Phoebe! Thanks, we need someone to have a look underwater. We'll let you know. What's that? You saw something strange just now. What's this strange thing? Is it donut shaped? Phoebe! Whoa, that's definitely a piece of wood. You went and found this for us. Thanks, Phoebus. That looks like a shape of a donut, but broken off, obviously. Phoebe! Yeah, this piece of wood might be useful for our investigation. Can you go find us some more, Phoebus? There's surely some more down there. Hey, Fletching, I wanted to talk to you. Damn birds. Pigeon brain.
Well, look who it is. Your timing is perfect. It seems Dr. Walls is indeed the culprit.
They say there's conclusive evidence.
Evidence that we pulled out of the lake.
Is that?
Yes. It's the symbol for Dr. Walls' home. This proves beyond a doubt that he brought the Crawdon to the lake. and it's all I needed to see.
But why?
Tim.
Time to accept the truth, Amanda.
It's too soon to give up. Let's keep
Wait,
investigating.
doesn't the donut have 2 circles though? That's the inner circle. Or the outer circle. What if there's a smaller circle? Wolves won't be able to find innocence once we seize this. Seems like I've won our little contest, eh, Mr. Detective? Does this guy go out of his way to be a jerk? This is all the evidence we've collected at the lake. You're free to look at any of it, but please don't remove anything. And it just looks like a bunch of trash. It's too late to decide that, Tim. Come on, let's have a look. Wait, what's that? I wondered what these wooden chunks are. Oh, did we pick up one a little earlier as well? There's some white paint on the back. Well, better make note of it anyway. We also picked up one. We also picked up another piece that Phoebus gave us. That's going to be the inner circle, I bet. Why was a circle mark sticker at the lake? According to Walls in the Timber, there was never any package for Walls. There must be some kind of trick or something. Why is there a soccer ball though? A soccer ball? Maybe somebody forgot it here. It may have been something to do with the case. Maybe make a record for it for now? A soccer ball. I wonder what this plate was for. It's pretty dirty, that's for sure. It seems like just a piece of wood. Nothing special about it. Yeah. Hold on, Pikachu. Let me flip it up. Dun dun dun! A white paint. Let's make note of that. Why did nobody see this? It looks like it was some sort of box. It's all busted up. It must have been pretty big. This could have been the box the Crawdont was brought in. I think that's it. Can we reconstruct that box, I wonder? All these scattered wood chunks and the white paint. Could this be? What are you thinking, Pikachu? Is there something about these wood pieces? Yes, I was thinking. Couldn't these wooden pieces be part of the box Crawdont was brought in? The one with a donut mark? That's right! Each one of these white paint on it, right? If we fit the pieces together, maybe it'll make a donut mark. Maybe you should give it a try. How can we make a donut mark? We can do that one straight away.
If we're hoping to solve this, we'll need all the clues gathered by the police. Let's go have a look.
Okay, so we can't do that one straight away, but we do have all the white pieces. It's about time to open up your case notes and think about this. Oh, we can do it straight away.
If we're hoping to solve this, we'll need
Hey, what?
all the clues gathered by the police.
You just told me to look at my
Let's
case
go have a
notes. Game, you're a bit contradictive sometimes. Alright, let's talk to Amanda.
Hang in there.
This doesn't look good for Mr. Walls, but if you think he didn't do it, I'll trust you. Tim, please don't give up. I don't see any around here, but the boss always says it's good to flip up your thinking sometimes, which he did. Flip up a thinking? That's right, the police haven't found anything, even though they've searched high and low. Then maybe what you're looking for is somewhere we simply can't look. Which we've done. We've done Phoebus in the water. There's Crawdont over there too. The island finally can have some peace. This mark is for the one used for Wall's home. It seems like he was the one who brought Crawdont to the island after all. We've searched this area thoroughly, but this is all we found. What's that? What a strangely shaped rock. Looks like it was part of a statue or something. It's a Phoebus statue. Still doing your own investigation? The sticker was found near the wooden box. Maybe Walls forgot to pick it up. Why was the sticker just left laying around, I wonder? If he were the culprit, wouldn't you try and hide that instead of leaving it around for evidence? Pieces of wood with paint on them. I didn't see any of them around. So obviously they... Okay. We can't get any further because Crawdont's blocking us off, which means I reckon the statue's gonna be down there. Alright, so far that's all of the... Unless we're gonna take another look at... No, oh yes we can. What do you want to do, Tim? No.
Fletch?
Make the donut mark.
Let's see if we can make a donut mark by fitting the wooden pieces together. I bet you we can.
Oh, this is gonna be easy. We had all the evidence to begin with. I just had to double check it. But that Phoebus statue we did need. So it's gonna be that one, that, and that.
Do you think that's... Alright. This must be the original mark. Doesn't look like a donut, though. Listen up. I'll bet if we combine that clue with this mark, we can make a donut mark.
With this.
We were right. All we had to do was place the sticker in the middle of the circle mark.
Here we go.
It becomes a ring. Now it makes sense. This is what the Timber were calling a donut mark all along.
It was made by using 2 stickers. So Walls is not the culprit. We finally figured out the trick the culprit used. Yeah, the culprit first mailed the box containing Crawdaunt to the island as a package for Walls. But of course the chief would put a circle mark sticker on it and record it as a delivery for Walls. That's right, but then the culprit changed the sticker to the ring mark when the chief wasn't looking. And then the Timber carried it to the lake. But the lake isn't on their chart of destinations. In order to get the box delivered properly, someone needs to guide the Timber using a flag with a ring mark, which is where the Spritzy comes in. But there wasn't any flag in the evidence the police collected. Don't worry, Tim, I'm sure the Timber will show us where the flag is. Or what if the Spritzy directed them with its perfume, which is why there wasn't a scent there for the chief to recognize. Hey Tim, what are you trying to do, standing around in front of Wall's house? I'm about to have Timber guide me to a certain place. Hopefully this will let me prove Wall's innocence once and for all. What? In that case, I'm going with you. Look, looks like we're all ready. Well then, let's get going, Timber. Timber! Brr! It says they always deliver on time, so no need for us to meddle in their work. So we just follow. This is gonna be interesting. They said they can go there twice without a mark, so... Hey. This is gonna be very slow. I just wish there was an easier way of speeding this up, or it could have been a cutscene of all things. Right, we're going this way. I'm still trying to think, what could that donut mark be? Here they go. They could have just kept walking. I mean, it would save me a bit of time. Are they going to go to that statue area over there? I mean, it makes sense. It's still in the vicinity of the island, of where we found the Crawdaunt. Oh, there's Crawdaunt again. Oh? Okay. Oh, wait, no.
Timber, what's wrong? They say their goal is up ahead.
You mean past Crawdaunt?
If we search that area, I'll bet we'd find some evidence.
Wait!
Milo!
Oh! Phoebus! No!
Oh no! Phoebus!
Give it the prism scale!
Are you alright?
I bet it makes contact with that prism scale, evolves into a Milotic, and then saves the day?
What?
What's happening?
I like this music. I didn't like the sound effect though, it was like boom.
Phoebus, that was amazing!
It did evolve. I wonder if that's because it made contact with the
That's
prism
Phoebus.
scale.
Yep, Phoebus evolved into Milotic.
So whoever says Milotic or something like that is the correct pronunciation is incorrect. It's Milotic.
Yeah,
I couldn't have guessed that Feebas would evolve into that Pokemon. When I was a kid, I almost drowned in the lake. The Pokemon that saved me was Milotic. I'm glad I got to see it again. Thanks to it, we can search inside the ruins. This is ruins? Oh, you mean like the ruins of the statue. Hey Fletching, what are you doing here?
Fletch.
Helping with the investigation? Well, thanks.
Fletch.
You poked a dirty rag that was floating in the lake, but it turned out to be a Pokemon? Maybe it was talking about Phoebus. Oh, poor Phoebus.
Fletch.
You gave it some medical herbs as an apology for poking it. Come to think of it, Wall said the reason he was coming to the lake was to gather ingredients for his potions.
Fletching.
Yeah, its scales are like a rainbow. I've never seen anything as beautiful. Well, there's our donut flag. And it has the ring mark on it. This must be the flag the culprit used to guide the timber. But how did it get here? That's the question.
The missing delivery. The ring-shaped mark. The only one who could have done those things in that amount of time.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
Could it be? A bolt of brilliance!
I like that. That was awesome. Normally it's like some type of dramatic thing, but this time it was Milotic. It's Louise, isn't it? I did say that at the very beginning. Like, I'm pretty sure I did. Didn't I mention Louise could be a potential culprit? Like, there's just something about her that just seems very off. I don't know. I have to look back at the recording, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned Louise as a potential culprit. If not, then my bad. I always mention about misdirection is always the best plot twist. The scent left on the flag must belong to that person. We need to find out for sure. Yeah. So by that you mean go to Louise?
Hey. No one would ever guess you were once a Feebas. You know, anyone can change. Pokemon and people. I mean, if they really want to.
That's always a good moral in life. You start off as an ugly ducking, but you can always evolve into a beautiful looking rose. Where's Louise? I got a bone to pick with her. And it's not a nice smelling bone either. You know, a rose it may smell nice, but it's probably pretty ugly. You know, the rose always has its thorns. It might be a nice smelling rose, but yeah, the thorns are pretty nasty. That was the analogy I was going for. I don't know where I was going, but the nice smelling rose. I mean, you know, they start off smelling nice, but they go pretty foul over the years when they grow with age. Dang it, I've come across some pretty nasty smelling roses myself. There you are.
What's up?
You seem like you're in a hurry. That sweet smell, it's similar to the scent left on the flag, but it could be Louise who guided the timber to the lake. Louise, you didn't happen to go to the lake with the timber 1 week ago, did you? Huh? No, I didn't. I was helping the timber transport crew sort their luggage around the dock that day. I didn't have time to go on tour like that. That fits the chief's testimony too. But what about the Spritzy? I guess it would have been difficult for Louise to guide the timber, but then who did? Well, what's the Spritzy's alibi? She could have told her Spritzy to lead the flag. Do you need something? That sweet smell is just like the scent on the flag. The flag you found at the lake at the same scent as Spritzy's? I'm not sure what to tell you. We've never been up there at all. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
Sprit.
It's no good. It'll take more than just our word to convince everyone. Well, we don't have to have a choice. I guess we'll have to get help from... What? Unless you mean we need help from Brad. Where are you, you cocky bastard? Unless he's back at the docks. I didn't see him at the beach. Oh, wait, what about Amanda? But I mean, I'll go see Brad first. If I can find him, that is. I don't think it'll be the chief. Do you know anything about this flag? Huh? What's this? It just looks like one of our flags, but I've never used this one before. Aha! So this is something the culprit prepared after all. Yep, we gotta either speak to Amanda or Brad. I mean, the fact that Pikachu is always reluctant to trust Amanda tells me it's Amanda. But it could always be Brad. I mean, Brad's probably the last person these people want to take help from. I just thought for a second a cutscene was going to boot up. Alright, Manetric, where is Brad? So Brad's in Wall's house. I hope nothing bad happens. Hey Manetric, can you tell who this smell belongs to? Manek. Did you see that, Tim? Manetric sneezed. It is Spritzy. Everything's clear, thanks Manetric. Tim, gather everyone involved. Didn't need Brad after all, it's just Manetric.
Here they come. Keep your wits about you.
Thank you all for coming here.
Tim, I know what you're gonna tell us. You figured out who the culprit is.
We already know who the culprit is. All evidence points to Dr. Walls.
I'll tell you what I discovered. The one who had Crawdaunt carried to the lake is...
Go on. Tell him, Tim.
Louise.
You, Louise, you're the culprit.
That's just a bunch of nonsense. Is this your idea of a joke? Do you have any proof?
Of course we do. Show her, Tim.
Yeah, our name's not Brad.
Proof? Right here is the proof.
What kind of proof is that? It's just the flag for timber transport.
Yes, that's true. The culprit used this flag and had Timber carry the box with Crawdaunt inside.
If that's the case, then what about this sticker? If your deductions are correct, then the box would have a ring-shaped mark on it, am I right? Guess what? No such mark has been found.
Obviously, he's right. And you're completely wrong.
He's wrong. The sticker was a trick just to frame Dr. Walls.
A trick?
As a matter of fact, a ring-shaped sticker doesn't exist. It never has. It was created by her. She used the sticker from Dr. Wall's house and combined it with something she made.
Right on, Tim. You tell him.
What did Louise prepare? What did Louise prepare? She prepared that had the box that had Crawdaunt in it, the circle sticker, the flag with the ring mark.
Yes, that's it. Wait, no it's not.
Yeah. Okay, I just had to double check it. It's that one.
Yes, that's it.
What?
Wait, no it's not.
Okay, she prepared the Crawdaunt then.
We found this down at the lake. It's a piece of a wooden box. You can see there's a shape that's been painted on it with some white paint.
Huh? What is that shape?
Well, so when we fit the white parts together, it recreates this symbol. Now, if I put this sticker on top...
It's the ring-shaped mark!
That's right. Timber thought the mark was new, and they simply followed the flag that they saw had the same mark on it.
Could it be? Hard to comprehend. How could someone as savvy as myself fall into a trap?
And when the boxes came to the dock, you were there helping the Chief of Timber Transport, weren't you, Louise? Easy, right? 'Cause all you had to do was change the stickers. Of course, while no one was looking.
You're right, I could have done that. But how could I possibly have had the time to guide the timber all the way to the lake?
Oh yeah, that's the easy part. The Chief said while you were sticking marks on the boxes, he had to return to his office and get something that he forgot.
True, but he was only gone for a few minutes. Not nearly enough time for me to go to the lake and back.
Wrong. All you needed was a few minutes. A sufficient amount of time for you to send a signal out, right?
What are you talking about? Who would I be signaling to?
Now that's easy.
Spritzy.
There's only one possibility.
I love how her personality just changed, like, suddenly. Like, it's gone from nice to absolutely evil.
What? Spritzy?
That's right. And here's the proof.
Oh, Mainetra, the flag makes you sneeze?
That's because Spritzy's scent has soaked into this flag, which means the culprit used Spritzy to guide the timber.
Dr. Walls is innocent?
Get
I have
wrecked.
a headache.
So, Louise, all you had to do was signal Spritzy. There was plenty of time while the chief wasn't looking. And that means your alibi doesn't hold up.
Wait a minute. Why would she want to do something like that?
For the tourist resort she wants to build. Wasn't it? You needed to get the land for it. So you framed Dr. Walls, didn't you?
Ah, I hate when I'm correct.
Yes, that's right. Why is that so wrong? Building that resort is my dream. I did what I had to in order for it to succeed.
How could you do that? You caused trouble for the Pokemon and Dr. Walls!
Calm down. It's all right, Milo. The only person you thought about was yourself. That's sad. You'll soon regret that.
It's over now, Louise. Come with me.
Too bad. She just got a little too carried away. Lesson learned.
God damn, I was kind of hoping they had like a different motive. Like when you figured it out, it was Louise. I really wish it was a different motive.
Walls was innocent after all. So now would be a good time to ask him about R.
Again, that kind of fits down to the whole, I guess, cliched motive for thrillers and mystery and detective stories. It's always like someone wants something, gotta frame someone else to get what they want. I've read so many detective stories about, you know, those particular motives. God damn it, of course this game had to follow those particular motives. Oh well, we solved the case regardless. Time to find out about Project R, which was the main reason why we came here.
Dr. Walls, I was wondering if you could tell Pikachu and me about R.
Yes, of course I can. It's the least I can do for clearing my name. You know what? Come to think about it, this makes you the second person to ask me about R.
Sorry?
Yeah?
I believe it was about 2 months ago. A man asked me the same thing. And you know, I recall he had a Pikachu with him too.
Harry!
Just like you.
No way! That must have been my father. I'm trying to find him. That's why I came to ask what you know about R.
I can tell that this means a lot. All right, I'll tell you everything I know.
Pikachu's loving that. Alright, here we go. Time to bear down the hard truth about R.
Yes.
About 2 months ago, a man together with a Pikachu came to visit me. He asked me about R, but I chased him away without telling him anything. So Harry did know about R. Yeah, and that explains why this mysterious person was giving Carlos orders wanted him out of the way. So what about R? R was supposed to be a miracle drug, an all-purpose medicine for Pokemon. Originally, we were going to use a certain Pokemon cells to help create it. A certain Pokemon? Yes, the Pokemon Mew! So it wasn't the Pokemon in the previous episode, but then again, if you know history about that Pokemon, Mew makes sense. Its DNA is said to contain the genetic codes of all Pokemon. That kind of Pokemon really exist? But somehow there was a mistake. The cells we actually used belong to a Pokemon called Mewtwo. Bye-bye spoilers, I guess. Yes, Mewtwo did pop up in the previous episode. I wasn't actually trying to give it away, but yeah, Mewtwo was in the previous episode. Alright, so it's not that the cells mutated into Mewtwo or anything like that. Mewtwo already existed in this particular lore, so because the cells are so similar, they thought they had Mew, very similar to, I guess in the whole Pokemon the first movie when they were cloning Mew, they actually cloned a Mewtwo instead, because I guess cells might have mutated or something like that. I don't know the full story behind the first movie and how Mewtwo came into existence, if it was a failed clone project, but then again, a failed clone project is actually a Ditto. So that's interesting. I wanted to find out, like, the whole lore behind Mewtwo. How did Mew's DNA become Mewtwo, or was the DNA found actually Mewtwo's and they've cloned a Mewtwo instead? That's a mystery I need to find out about. Mewtwo. A mysterious Pokemon created through the power of science. It is said to have the Berserk gene. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So they would have cloned the Berserk gene. That's how they make Mewtwo in the first movie. So they didn't find Mew's DNA. They found the Berserk gene instead. I was just... Never mind about that mystery. Mystery solved. I suspect that's why Pokemon became violent after being exposed to R. So, Project R is actually something to do with the Berserk gene, and it's only found in one game, and that's Pokemon Gold and Silver and Crystal. I don't think it's found in any other game. I don't think anyways. It might be found in like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't think it is. I think it's only found in second generations. Interesting. Very interesting. So that's why the Pokemon go berserk. They have to consume the berserk gene. And that makes them go berserk. And confused, explains amnesia. I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about this Carlos. He must have entered PCL just as after I left. I see. Is there anyone else who might have known about R besides you and Carlos? Yes, I actually had one lab assistant. We dropped out of touch since I left PCL, so I don't know what's become of him. Well, now that you mentioned that, I'm not so, you know, hard-headed about the fact that Walls could be the culprit. Now that someone else has entered the picture as someone who knows about Project R, it's without a doubt that's a mysterious person. Okay, plot twist, it's not Walls. Thank you again for giving me something that's, you know, an actual plot twist I can go with. Lucky. Walls' former lab assistant, eh? Sounds like something we could look into. You know, I remember something now. Your father said he was investigating Fine Park. Fine Park? It was an amusement park in Rhyme City. There was some sort of trouble there about a year ago, and I think it was closed since... What do you mean, some sort of trouble? Well, I don't know the details, but I heard that Pokemon suddenly went wild during a parade. Pokemon suddenly going wild? I wonder if it's got anything to do with R. I bet anything that it does. We should go check it out. Leaving the island now? Yes, thank you so much for your testimony. No, I should be the one saying thanks. You've inspired me to believe in people one more time. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Well, please take care, Dr. Wolves. Well then, let's head home. And did KrimZen find her English? Nope. The entire episode she had a case of dyslexia. Oh god. God damn it. I think that Project R is also taken away, like my English reading capabilities. Thank you, dyslexia. Can you please go away next episode? Before we do, we should go say hi to Milo. Please do. The boy sees you as a friend, and I'm sure he'll be happy you stopped by. Once we're done saying our goodbyes, let's head to the docks. We'll need to ride the boat back to get... unfortunately. Yeah, I butchered that sentence, but you get the point. Oh, God. Amanda's gonna take him back. They're not too happy about that fact. Where can we find Milo? Do you think we'd find him back at the beach? I'd say so. Let's go there first. He'd be back there with Feebas. I mean, he's pretty good friends with Feebas, so that's a good guess. I wonder where we picked up that Feebas statue as well. Like, that hasn't been made clear. Why was that Feebas statue on the beach for? Oh, I think we're about to find out, actually. What, you're leaving already? But you just solved the case. You should hang around a bit more. I'm sorry, but we're keeping people waiting. I'll come back again with Pikachu. Don't worry. That had better be a promise. Thanks for helping out with our investigation, Milo. Don't mention it, and thanks for clearing Wall's name too. I hope you find your dad soon, Tim. You take care too, Pikachu. You got it. See you around, kid. I didn't expect Feebas to evolve into Milotic. No kidding, it's just become so majestic all of a sudden. Hope I'll be able to evolve into a Pokemon Ranger soon too. Yeah, do your best. I haven't seen Crawdon anywhere. Do you know where it's gonna go? Oh yeah, Brad took it with him. What? Brad did? He said since the case is solved and we found the true culprit, he'll take it back to its home. Oh, I see. That's good to hear. Well, Brad's finally doing something good. Well, I guess he's some redeeming qualities. Now, we still don't know about this Phoebus head. Unless that was something to, like, try and throw us off in our detective stuff. But anyways, now that we said our goodbyes to Milo, time to head back to the docks. See Amanda, bite our lips, and be like, suck it up. We're gonna have to get seasickness again. Oh boy. This is gonna be a funny little interaction to end the episode off with. I so can't wait with this. Now the question is, what in the world is going on at Fine Park? Remember, this is all blind for me now. This was not in the demo, so I don't know what's coming up next. Kind of similar to how I didn't know what was going on this episode too, which explains why it's so long. So, if you have stuck around for this long, I do thank you so kindly. I do greatly appreciate that as well. It means you guys are digging this series so far, which is awesome to hear. And I do apologize for how long it's taken me to actually get this done. Fletchy, I can finally talk to you. Yeah, you wanted to make friends with Spritzy? Yeah, me too. Alright, Amanda. Do your stuff. Great job, Tim. I'm glad the case has been closed, finally. It's because you never gave up that Mr. Walls. I nearly called him Dr. Walls, my bad. It's a free man, Tim. You're going to make a great detective. I just know it. Oh, thank you very much, Amanda. I'm blushing. Are you sure you're done here? I can get the boat ready if you're ready to go. Let's head out then. We put Cappucci Island behind us. Oh? What the?
I just had that dream.
What the?
But somehow it felt different from before.
Are you okay, Pikachu? Were you having a bad dream?
Maybe he just doesn't like boats. I hope I haven't scared him.
Nah, takes more than your driving to scare me. Maybe I'm just getting old.
That wasn't a dream. That was a fever dream. Excuse me. I'm going to have to, like, look that over again while I'm editing to try and figure out, like, you know, if I could make what those faces were, like, if they belonged to anyone we're familiar with. Like, I could have sworn one of them was Dr. Walls. Was Pikachu experimented on or something with Project R? Who knows? Maybe, like, before he met Harry, because, you know, at the start there, it looked like Pikachu was being experimented on and he got rescued. And then, you know, Harry made friends with him and all that. And then they started doing things together. Like, it looked like they were fighting something in Fine Park. I'm assuming it was Fine Park, like, foreshadowing for the next episode. But the very beginning was Pikachu didn't like coffee. And Harry did love his coffee. So I don't know about that middle part. Like, they were fighting off something unless Pikachu got captured. Harry went to save him. Oh, man. That's a lot to take in at the very end there. There's a big foreshadowing there, so something's gonna happen in the next episode of Detective Pikachu. What's that, you ask? Well, heck, I don't even know myself, so you're gonna have to tune in to next time where we both figure that out for ourselves. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!